spell storing, the Ion Stone could still be very useful to you too.
Yeah.
She's at 5.
I'm
Oh.
capped out though.
Okay. Then I'm taking
unless she took off the gloves or any of her other ones.
I think the gloves could be useful though. And oh, I wanted to tell Susie. Guess what level 3 spell I got?
What spell? Fireball?
Thunderstep.
Ooh, Thunderstep.
Oh, wow, hell yeah.
Looks like Meeps has observed Sabra a bit.
Yeah.
She's like, ooh, I want to do that.
I love that.
It's always
took
more
off,
fun when you can explain it in universe.
I took
What
off
is,
Ray of Enfeeblement for it because I haven't used Ray of Enfeeblement. I think I used it twice and both times failed, so I just gave up.
What's the limitations with the ring that lets you store a spell?
I think I can only store one thing in it. Hold on.
I don't think there's a huge limitation. Hold on.
I think it has the same sort of description as the Ion Stone. You can store up to 3 levels worth of spells into it. So a combination of like 3 level 1s, a level 2 and a level 1, or a level 3.
Okay, that's what I meant, because I imagined like there's no way it can store a
five levels worth of spells.
Okay.
Oh shit! 5 levels. That's right. The
ring of spell storing can store up to 5 levels worth of spells. The Ion Stone is 3.
I need to get one of those.
The sinister tone,
and it uses all of the ability checks, DC, and everything of the person who originally cast the spell into the ring.
Yeah. So you don't even have to be attuned to it to store spells into it.
To use it, you have to use the spell in it. Yes, you do have to be attuned.
Yeah,
but slap a spell
it
on
says any creature can cast a spell of 1st through 5th level into the ring by touching it. The spell has no effect other than being stored. While wearing the ring, you can cast any spell stored in it, but to wear it, you have to be attuned to it.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know.
So if you guys want to give me any cool spells that I can use later.
I can paste my list for you. Although because of the stats, Susie's maybe better. Not that my stats are that horrible, but
you're better off for buffs. Susie's better off for attacks.
Yeah.
Or
buffs would be my preference.
Or a couple of the like, because something that you could probably make a whole lot of use of is like, I think Ciara has this ability has a spell option too, but like, of my level 5s, they're like the only attack spell is Cone of Cold, and then I have Telekinesis and Hold Monster.
You can also look at lower level spells and have a bunch of spells in there.
Like Misty Step or Mirror Image, Fireball, Tongues.
Also, if a concentration spell is cast from that ring, you are not concentrating it, it's the ring.
Oh, what?
So the ring itself would have to make a concentration check versus what your concentration check would have been.
That is still so good, because then technically
it's an extra
you can
concentration
cast 2.
spell. That is my personal way of viewing it, because there's no way to know when that spell is going to go off. Like, no one's concentrating on that spell. So if you cast a concentration spell on that, who the fuck is concentrating on it? The item itself is. Well, how do you check that? Well, what's the concentration check of the person who originally checked it? Or cast it? Because there's no real rulings, at least in the book, for such a thing.
Alright, well, I'm going to take the little purple stone then, because even though it can only do 1 to 3 level spells, I can at least still put something useful into that too.
Is that also like a spell from someone else? Or...
Yes.
Okay.
The stone literally does the exact same thing, minus
Okay.
the amount of spell levels you can put into it. The ring is better, is all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Okay. So with the ring that I did not apply onto the chart, does that mean my AC goes up? Okay. Ring of protection. How can I edit the saving throw on this?
Oh no.
Hmm?
While wearing this ring, you can cast any spell stored in it. The spell uses the slot level spell save DC, spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell.
Okay.
So it'll be your
Yeah,
concentration.
so it would be your concentration. So if there's multiple concentration spells in there, you can only use one at a time, kind of thing.
Okay.
Is
I wanted to double check that. I thought about it. I'm like,
Check.
how is that
Which
not detailed?
makes them could be a bit tricky for Muse because she's a melee person. So picking a concentration spell, unless she's far away, it would work. But if otherwise, it could be a waste.
Mm.
If she's in melee range and gets hit and it doesn't go well.
Mm-hmm.
And I will still link you my list, but a lot of my spells are concentration spells.
We have a lot of utility.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure it out as we go.
We don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to figure it out right now.
Yeah, I have 6 options out of.
Thing is, you
12,
can.
no, 15.
Well, here's an idea. This is something that could actually be super helpful. You could put something incredibly valuable into the ring, such as, I don't know, Revivify or something.
I think that was my original thought. Basically, some kind of healing thing would be most useful inside there.
Oh, that's kind of funny because I just picked a level 5 healing spell, but it's level 5. But
okay, I can't change this on my.
Well, hers can hold level 5 spells.
I know, but like that's the thing. Like, do you want to take all options?
All eggs in one basket or multiple eggs?
Yeah.
Depends on the situation, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, now that we've got these items all divvied out,
Okay, I see.
I guess it's time for us to hang out and
Continue on the
Wait,
road.
continue on the road. Yeah. How long have we been in this day? Or is this like pretty much like the start of?
This is the pretty much the end of the day, I want to say. Let me double
Oh, okay.
check.
Sorry.
End of the day.
Okay. Cool.
What's up,
So-
Bugsby?
Huh?
I sounded like you were thinking about something.
No, I was gonna ask the same because I was like, okay, can we nap?
Beard, I do have a question with how this thing goes.
Uh-huh.
It takes 4 hours to attune, right?
Short rest. As
Okay.
part of a long rest. So it takes about an hour or so. At least
Okay.
by the books.
Would
that's
I be able to attune, store a spell, and get the spell slot back in the same long rest, or is that too much? And I understand if it is.
You can
You
cast
want
a
a spell of mine?
You can cast a spell into an item without being attuned to it. It specifically says that.
Oh!
Hold on.
Are my spells not good enough for you, Susie?
In my level... I'm talking about my stone.
I know.
Shoot. I need to go take my meds real quick.
Okay.
Good ringtone.
That is very
Thanks.
important.
Well, the only thing I was gonna say is that, like, honestly, the only thing I can think of, like, putting into the stone, just so, like, I have a free one on cast every time, is maybe, like, tongues or a fireball. It's actually not that useful for me to have, honestly. Like, I have a very limited kit.
But I have spells, Susie.
It's true, you do. You have a lot of spells.
Yeah, it just takes a short rest.
Hey, I
Okay.
have a question.
Go ahead and take your meds, Susie.
Yep, I will be right back.
What's up, hon?
I was gonna ask her if invisibility would be useful.
You have invisibility. She has greater invisibility. Means you can do stuff.
Yeah, I haven't left yet. You can you can stay invisible for a minute. It does have concentration, and you remain invisible until it ends or until you drop it.
Yep. Meaning
All
you
right,
can
I'll be
attack and cast spells while invisible with greater invisibility. It only lasts a minute, so 10 rounds. Whereas regular invisibility lasts in, I think, 2 hours, an hour. But you can't do anything in it. Like, once you target another creature with something,
Yeah.
you're no longer
I'm
invisible. So that's always an option. But yeah, while she's gone, you guys basically finish up your hiking for the day. You continue on, and it gets a little more labyrinthine as you continue.
I drew a reaction image for the animation that Pabalai made in the meantime.
Where is it?
I'm gonna post it in call text.
Okay.
The accuracy at which you can redraw shit posts is hilarious.
That makes me smile.
Oops. Let's see here.
Adam, Mike.
Welcome back.
Yo.
Welcome back.
Beard, I'm gonna send you something on Discord real quick.
Uh-huh. Still available? Nope. Wait, is it?
Oh, never mind. This
No,
is
it's
stupid.
not.
Anyway,
No, what's up?
nothing. Let's go. Let's
Oh, okay, okay.
rest.
All right. So, as I said, you guys continued on your trek for the night, and decided to make camp once more, where you decided to attune to your items,
Yay.
and that's where this is taking place, essentially.
See y'all.
Attuning to a single item takes a short rest, and a short rest is an hour.
Okay. I'm gonna tune to mine, but I'm gonna see if Ziara would like to put something into the little stone.
Was it up to level 3?
Yep, up to level 3. So you could either put 3 level 1s in it, a level 2 and a level 1, or a level 3.
I'll show. I'll just take a screenshot of my spells because it's easier. Because it has the concentration, pokey stuff there as well.
Concentration pokey stuff.
Yeah, because then it's a little easier So you don't have to instantly look things up, I suppose. Oh shit. Because the concentration, with what Beer said, that makes it a little less fun.
Juicy.
Question mark? Yeah, exactly. I probably did
Luckily-
it for a good reason.
Luckily, I have a really good Constitution saving throw, so at least it will not be a huge issue for me. Usually.
Yeah, Sabra has a massive concentration check. Anyone with a
It's almost-
Constitution bonus has a really good concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you. Oh, that really hurt.
Where the fuck did I?
Spells for swoo.
Oh wait. Question. Unless Meeps has an like, how does it work with the components, for example? Just out of curiosity.
It consumes the opponents if it does.
Yeah.
No, I
so-
mean, like, for someone who does Meeps have the option to get some of these components, or?
So what it does is you cast the spell, but instead of the spell
Oh, okay, that makes
completing,
sense.
it's then stored. So the spell has already been cast. It's basically on pause.
Okay,
It's-
ignore what I said. I completely, like, I heard that part earlier, but I completely like did not make the connection that I would be, like, the caster would be using the component.
Mm-hmm.
Baby.
I
You
don't.
looking at Della?
So those are the spells that you currently have prepared, right?
Up and ready.
Because I'm just looking at like what you have access to, like, completely, and
Are these not good enough for you?
I mean, being able to store, like, say, dispel magic or lesser restoration. I'm not saying that this is a completely selfish and roleplay reason,
mean-
but I mean, there is speak with plants that you can store into it.
No, speak to plants is fine. I have something that lets me speak to plants. But,
No, I was just saying, like, okay, there's like a lot that we have at our disposal, so like, probably right now the best thing to put into it would be an enhance ability.
Yeah.
Because then Savra could actually like use that first, like, do something to not die, maybe. Or you just put. Excuse me. Good lord.
I don't have that spell.
No, you don't.
I mean... Wait, no, never mind. I was gonna say, like, I could switch a spell just for that, but then I can't switch back until we rest again, so that's a bit of a...
Yeah. For now, I think I'm just gonna store a fireball into it,
Okay.
Also,
just for a
you,
test run.
you change your spells at the end of a long rest, so you'd have to long rest, change your spells, cast a spell, be down a spell slot, and then be back up at the end of the day, the next day.
Oh lord. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start with a fireball for now. That's it.
Cast fireball in the ion stone. No, in the ring?
No, the ion stone.
Oh, that's right. Fireball's only level 3.
Yep.
Alright, you have an extra fireball on your head.
Head?
Put it out.
I punch her.
Wow!
Damn.
Rude.
That's how you
At
put
the
out a
fire?
fire. You punch a fire.
I mean, you don't tell that to Mark.
I have
'cause
big-
he'll believe
Big
you.
pups.
All right. Well, I guess we have ourselves a rest. Is Mark's gonna cook us up, or cook everyone else up some steak?
I mean, if you ask him, he definitely will.
Savra is not gonna ask him to cook steak.
Mark's will give everyone rations.
I would.
Well, yeah, Ziara would, but like,
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
Mark's will. Yeah, no, he has no problem with that. He has actual what he considers actual food. He has meat, and it's not just mushrooms and dried sausage.
no, I'm just making it funny because
No, I know.
Savra don't like the meat.
Now you say that, I kind of want to have Marks kind of do something like that, but no, I don't want Marks to
fish.
I don't want Marks to pull a Deadpool and just like force feed anybody meat, any vegans meat. No, Marks can cook food if.
Is
that's
she
one of his
vegan,
skills.
or is she pescatarian because she likes fish?
No, that's right. Yeah, there's different
Stop
I-
that.
kinds. I
I'm making a really stupid fucking joke, and no one got it.
Gross.
No, I got it.
Okay.
I think
I
everyone
was-
got it and
I was
chose
just-
not to acknowledge it.
I was just looking for the proper emoji to reply to it with in the Roll20 chat, but I can't find the face.
All I've got for you is an
Oh,
expression.
there we go.
of
There we
disappointment.
go. There you go. That's the face. She likes fish.
I can't even tell what the fuck that face is. Thank you, Roll20. Jesus.
Yeah, geez Louise, it's really tiny. It's the blushing face.
Oh.
Anyway, yes. But she's a vegetarian. Not vegan, just vegetarian.
Yeah.
Well, in this day and age, in D&D world, if you're a vegetarian, you're a vegan. Essentially.
Yeah.
Because animal
she
byproduct things are not processed in this world.
She will still have milk or cheese. Okay, those exist.
Okay.
Would you wear leather?
Yeah, she just doesn't eat it.
The funny thing is, you tell like if Savra told Marks any of this, he would actively look for do everything he can to make food that she could eat.
Well, that's just a matter of if he's actually preparing meat, and I
Heck
think
yeah.
at this point he would know because she would have told him by this point already.
Yeah, no, he's well aware that she doesn't eat, meat. I mean, at least not the meat that he really likes, which red meat. So
Meeps also does not eat red meat.
yeah, there is only 3 people in the party that eat red meat. And
Meeps will eat white meat, though, because bugs.
She'll eat chicken and
Bugs.
fish and bugs.
Well,
Aw.
he knows how to make chicken because he's got fur babies.
Beefy.
Okay.
Alright, so your meal comes to an end, and you all rest for the night, and you start again on your journey. This time, I'm gonna need you guys to give me... Hold on.
Get my dice tower up.
Death saves and
No.
I would immediately have a heart attack.
You all wake up dead.
Well, at least we know that we tried and the world is fucked.
Rip everyone.
Rip family, rip friends.
Rip pants.
I'm gonna need...
I'm sorry. I'm so
That was
sorry.
good.
I'm very sorry.
Good
Good night, everybody. That our comedy has peaked for the day.
I need a survival. Where is it? Survival and a perception check.
Okay.
Survival. Wow.
Survival and perception. Okay.
Ignore the stealth one. I misclicked.
Gosh, no, we did great. Oh wait, no.
Okay.
But you rolled exactly the same as me, but you didn't.
Oh wait. Come on. There we go.
Ordella. Ordella.
It's almost like Savra's like fucking on edge or something.
Gee, I wonder why. Okay. Yeah, I can't modify the saving throws on my PDF without changing my score.
Yeah, the PDF, you have to manually edit that.
I tried to, and it won't let me. Not for
No, I
saving
mean, like,
throws.
you have to manually edit the PDF itself in
Oh.
Adobe Editor. I have to,
I don't have
you'd
that.
have to do that, like, change the math and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, Jelly.
Yeah, so I gotta be very mindful
I think
of
this
saving
is the
throws.
second time this has happened to me recently.
You're a prey animal, what are you doing?
Not surviving, that's what.
Listen, I'm pretty alert, but also she's a child of a noble family. Sometimes she just
Disassociates. So, like all the only thing that's going on in Meeps' head right now is the Meowmix song.
whatever the mouse equivalent is.
that just makes me smile. It's not.
She's
No,
just
I wanna
thinking
know.
about like dancing sunflower seeds.
I love to sing.
That is insanely adorable.
The increase in proficiency bonuses a day is delicious.
So you start your trekking once more in this labyrinthine, crazy tunnel. It's winding more and more, and there are more and more branches coming off and on from the tunnels. You are seeing more and more severed heads, long rotten, not long rotten, stuck on pikes, laying on the ground. Just every once in a while, you'll see just a head somewhere.
Oh.
How gross are they?
We're talking anywhere from skeleton to fresh. Literally anywhere on that spectrum, you've seen it. You're starting to see it. So, like, flesh, like, literally dripping off the bone, wads of flies around them, a stench that you can smell from down the tunnel. Yeah, it's nasty.
Meeps is just gonna say, "Hey guys."
Does Savra throw up?
I just put.
I mean, it is pretty disgusting.
That's pretty disgusting, yes. But also, Savra is Savra.
That's true.
I just posted.
But
it.
Pungent.
Anyway. You were saying, Meeps?
Meeps is gonna be like, "Hey guys, what the fuck?"
I point to Marx's reaction in the chat.
Oh.
Do we Beode?
Yeah.
Under.
So Meeps is saying, "What the fuck?" Would any of us have any particular knowledge about like Minotaurs or Baphomet?
Nature or religion check.
Well, it's the same for both, so here we go. Religion. I rolled a 6.
I have a +1 to recollecting demon knowledge.
Then
Well,
for
Sabra just
your
doesn't know. She's just like...
for your religion or your nature check, it's at +1.
So +1 to that.
Wow.
29. Okay.
Ruben spent a lot of time reading that book.
Apparently. Jesus.
Ruben, you know this is a thing that Minotaurs do to appease Baphomet. He is the god of carnage, I believe. Baphomet.
This is
D&D.
disgusting.
There we go. I have to specify D&D Baphomet, not actual Baphomet. He's the demon lord of Minotaurs. And
He's handsome.
let's see, where is it? It is Prince of Beasts, demon lord of Minotaurs, the Horned King. And Minotaur have taken a liking over the eons to show their devotion to him by anything they kill, they behead and put its head on a pike or in a pile somewhere visible as like a territory marker or as a decoration that is like, yeah, Baphomet owns this area.
I'll relay that information to the party.
It's disgusting.
Mark says, like, I don't know if he's going to like the fact that I made dinner out of his followers. Nobody tell him.
Don't worry, I won't say anything.
Hopefully we won't get the chance to talk to it.
Mark says that like a child that might have done a naughty.
Okay, so I guess we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a pun, intentional or not.
Heading in the right direction.
Savra walks forward.
Don't lose your head, Savra.
Well, I'm at 0 HP.
Come on, Savra. Keep your head in the game.
This is not the place for puns.
Savra's going forward.
Yep. As you continue through the tunnel, it continues winding, getting more and more like structured, where the stone gets a little smoother here and there. But eventually the tunnel that you have been following gradually widens until it opens into a cave with a very high ceiling overhead. There are glowing patches of fungi clinging to the walls and the ceiling, and it fills the chamber with dim light. And there are columns of stone supporting the ceiling. What was that?
Jukebox? I think it was a jukebox.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? How? The hell?
I don't know.
That was a 10-hour video. Oh no, it was a 1-hour video. I'm a dumb.
I was about to say 10 hours. The program's just like, screw this. I'm going to get a soda.
Buxby. It's beautiful.
I made it for the animation that Tabule uploaded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taboo.
Tubbly Tubly, however his name is.
It's
It's a very nice animation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need to watch it. There are columns of stone that are supporting the ceiling, and the rock is marbled with veins of glittering crystals, both on the ceiling and the columns. But across the chamber, there is a great cleft in the wall, and it is ringed by a profusion of sigils and glyphs. And stacked on either side of this opening are two massive mounds of severed heads. Easily 10 feet tall, piled up against the sides of the wall. It's just heads of any and every creature imaginable. There are just heads just piled against this wall.
I guess we're getting warmer.
Even tieflings?
Yes.
That's just rude.
Most of them are gnoll heads, you noticed. There's maybe 7 out of every 10 heads is a gnoll head. The rest are an assortment of just everything. Deep gnome, deep dwarf, tiefling, human. Creatures you have no idea what they are. Things that you don't even look like heads, but you assume are heads because of everything else around it.
Unhappy.
Why are there so many gnoll heads?
Maybe they just see more gnolls than anything else.
Everyone notices that all the heads seem to be looking in one of two directions. Every single one of them.
Like the head or the eyes?
The heads.
What direction are they facing?
They're either looking at the cleft entrance, like between the two mounds, or straight away from the cleft, like into the cavern.
So... How would... I don't know. I have no idea what that means.
Same. I don't think I would discern anything from it.
The only thing I could probably think of would be that, like, I don't know. You say there's a cleft?
A big like rip in the wall, like a stone fissure, or a fissure in the stone.
Okay. So basically, it's like there's two tunnels essentially.
There's one tunnel, and on either side of this tunnel is a giant pile of heads.
Well, I reckon we're supposed to go in.
Who wants to go first?
Mark's.
I'm sorry. First, I'm not going in there alone.
Yeah. Mark's is like, we should all stay together.
I
Please.
agree.
I think Ruben was more asking, okay, who's at the front of the party?
I know.
Yeah.
Listen. With how Savra's feeling right now, she's just a little bit unnerved. All right.
I think right now everyone is collectively like that scene from Wizard of Oz where they're all like, arms locked, going to lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Because like, if anything in that situation, obviously I would just say no. But if I had to press forward, I'm pretty sure everyone's like that. God.
As we all lock arms.
Yeah.
Red Rover, send the heads right over.
No!
Cast invisibility on self.
Evisceration, decapitation. Oh my.
Oh no, but seriously, I'm gonna cast invisibility on myself.
Then latch onto Mark's back so you're somewhere that we could see you.
I'm telling you, she has that necklace. She could just hide in the bag.
invisible, and I am going to crawl up on Mark's back, and I'm just gonna chill.
Give me an
So-
acrobatics check.
Oh, this is no problem.
Marks doesn't even have to roll for strength.
No.
You weigh
I
like
weigh 30
less than
pounds.
50 pounds, so...
She may as well be a stuffed toy at this point.
Squeak like one.
Oh. Wait, what stuffed toys do you guys have that squeak?
Like the ones with the little... The squeakers.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm just for some reason my peanut brain was just like, cotton doesn't squeak.
Cotton doesn't squeak.
Uh,
Not with that kind of mentality.
Rubber.
that's what I was thinking. So
Is this the climbing check?
Yes. +5. It should be like
I have
in the 30s, I think.
It's 31.
She
Yeah.
climbs up into Mark's
You have a
ear.
+21 to your climbing checks.
I
How
do a
big is
front
his
flip
ear?
and land on Mark's shoulder.
You feel something scamper up your back and perch itself on your shoulder, Marks.
that you meeps.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay.
yeah.
I look back and just like, is she? Meeps, where are you?
Come on,
Oh my
Marks.
She's on. Mark says on my back. It's like it startled me. I almost, and Mark says that where he like almost looks like he's about to cry.
Okay, well,
Should we still like sneak at least?
I think that might be best
probably, yeah.
because I think we're gonna fight a fucking archdemon.
I would rather we didn't.
I'd
but-
rather we didn't either, but like I'm gonna go with the Guantanamo Bay approach, where it's just like expect the worst before it gets better.
As I'm just like, I do that in my daily life.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
millennials,
let's.
after all.
It's true. Let's be stealthy, shall we?
Okay.
Pass
Uh,
without trays.
Oh, this might not be good. I'm paranoid.
Oh,
Oh, that's not good.
that was mean. It landed on the 20 and then it flopped over on the 2.
Can't tell you how many times I've seen that fucking shit happen.
I almost got a second nat 20 and I was like, ah! But no. It is as I pull up my... Oh
Do I get
yeah,
any bonuses for being invisible?
You have an advantage.
advantage.
Okay.
And it's the fact that people can't actually see you; they have to smell and or hear you.
Right.
And they're-
They have to see and
Okie dokie.
smell. You
Actually-
start eating garlic chips.
Okay, never mind.
What's up?
I have an idea. No, nothing. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save
Okay.
it. Don't worry. I have an idea.
Pass out traces +2. Excuse me. So you start creeping forward through this big cavern. It's probably about 80 feet wide. And it's mostly open area. So you're creeping along, but there's no real cover for you to hide behind.
We're just being quiet.
Being
I guess.
very stealthy and sneaky and quiet.
Very quiet.
Excuse me. You can tell that the heads are not moving. They're just staring off into space, one direction and towards the door. But you can hear the sounds of footsteps, lopsided and dragging across the ground, coming from that tunnel that you're creeping towards.
Tiara,
It's not stomping.
Yeah?
can you see what it is?
Oh, I see what I stare with my cloak.
You have 120 feet of true vision, right?
Yeah.
Very shortly after you start hearing footsteps, you can tell it's as you're going that the tunnel goes straight. You see a horribly deformed and like scarred and like slightly bloodied Knoll. And he's creeping along in the tunnel, kind of like holding one of his arms to himself. Strangely, he's got a massive lump of scar tissue covering half of his face. And he's glancing around cautiously, like his head whipping from side to side, and he's just very slowly, like limping out of the tunnel.
Oh no.
I whisper to Saber what I'm seeing. We should grab him.
I mean, I guess it couldn't hurt. What's one wounded Knoll gonna do?
About this point, he's in sight of everyone as you all are slowly creeping up, and he's just kind of like limping towards the entrance. And you notice that he is very cautiously glancing at the piles of heads on either side of the thing.
So wait, is he coming? He's coming from the tunnel that was behind us or in front of us?
In front of you.
Okay. Just making sure.
You can tell his body is really filthy. Is bent awkwardly and covered in tatters of clothing and scraps of armor that have like blood crusted on them. And it's just kind of like looking at the heads, and then it glances over at you. Only his head is cocked to the side slightly, and his one he's only showing one eye towards you. The other half of his head is literally just like pink scar tissue.
I'm just gonna beckon to him, friend or foe.
And he kind of like cringes a little bit when you say something, and you can hear him like whimpering and mewling, and he like holds his arms out, and puts his head down, and like slowly comes closer to you, and he is yipping and barking softly.
Can you speak common?
He is now speaking a language that Ruben understands.
Okay.
He is speaking Abyssal now, Ruben. And he says, "Powerful masters!" And then you hear him whine. "You honor us by your presence? Seek you passage through the maze? The spiral of the great horned king? I can help, yes! Trust Gash, and he will see you through the maze, he will."
We can recognize that.
He's speaking Abyssal, yes. You can tell that he's speaking Abyssal.
I'm just gonna look to Ruben. What is he saying?
He wants to help.
Does he sound trustworthy?
Tell him that he has. If he wants to help us, he has one. This is his only chance, and if he does anything, I'm going to kill him.
Maybe tell him a bit nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah, with not so many words. Just make it known that I am not dealing with another Peebles.
So Ruben's gonna respond with, "We would be grateful for your assistance," and I think he's gonna leave it at that.
He's about 20 feet from you now. His hands are still up a little bit, and his head is still low, like a dog, like a subservient dog. You can tell a lot of his wounds are fresh, and he's still.
Yeah,
bleeding.
I'm gonna ask. Are you in pain?
He winces a little bit, and he just looks at you with a very confused expression.
I'm slowly gonna get closer.
He lowers his head lower and lower the closer you get.
The closer Ruben gets, I just put my hand on my dagger.
And
I'm
I
being
guess,
cautious.
yeah. And I'll just tell him something like, let me take a look at your wounds.
He by the time you get to 5 feet in front of him, he's like completely on the ground, just like accepting whatever it is you're here for, and he's got like a kind of a strange look in his eye of confusion.
Are you okay?
Hurts? Are hurts coming?
No, we don't intend to hurt you.
What? He seems extremely confused.
How smelly is he? Because you said he's
Important questions.
You said he's filthy.
He's not that kind of filthy.
I wonder.
He smells like a dog. He smells like a gnoll.
Oh.
But it's not like rotten or anything. But he's filthy in the sense that he's covered in dried blood, torn clothing, broken armor, scars.
I wonder
I'm gonna,
whatever hurt him hurt those outside as well.
I'm gonna give him a potion of supreme healing.
No! Do something lower!
We might need that.
True.
Don't forget.
I have one that's lesser.
Don't forget, Ruben. You have an ointment as well.
Hold on. Let me see if I can remember what that does.
I have 2 regular potions that are just like probably not gonna be used.
I have one too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll use the ointment.
I have 7
and
greater healing potions.
I'll use the ointment and ask Savra for one of her regular potions.
I'm gonna walk over and I'm going to give Ruben the potion, and I'm gonna do one other thing. And I'm just going to, because I don't want to do translations anymore, I'm just going to use tongues on myself, so that I understand him too. And I'm just going to be like, I'm just going to clean you up a little bit, okay?
So you're going to give him a dose of Keogtum's ointment?
Yeah, the ointment, and give him the health potion, and be like, here, drink this, it'll make you feel less hurt.
Go ahead and roll for it then. It is 2d8 plus 2.
Hun, while they're healing him, can I say what Meeks is doing?
Yes.
She's still invisible, but she's going to keep her crossbow trained on the snow.
So she's ready in action. Okay. Good roll. So you kind of like, you use prestidigitation and kind of like clean up his clothes a little bit. And Ruben, you kind of like smear the ointment on your fingers and like rub it across the scar on his face. And you can actually see like his body healing from it, from the magical properties of it. You see some of his fur grow back a little bit. He actually gets his eye back. The whole scar tissue on the side of his face kind of like dissipates because it's magically healing his body. And you hear him like he actually like gets up really quickly and scampers back like 5 feet. And then he like looks down at himself.
It's okay.
And then like touches his face and then looks at you guys. And you can see him like blinking and like shaking his head a little bit. And then he just kind of like looks over his shoulder and looks back at you and just says, Don't go in there. Run. Flee, turn black, never come back. Never return. Just go.
We can't.
My masters are vile. The Minotaurs, They hurt and torture and are eager to kill all trespassers. Just don't go into the maze. And he's wringing his paws together as he's talking.
I wish we could hear so Mark could show him the meat.
Can we not see the minotaur carcasses behind us?
Out of character, I'm so sorry. What are we here for again?
We are here, as I pull up those notes.
We need to go into the maze at least, or the labyrinth.
We have to go into the labyrinth. Our current mission right now is to we have to get those 6 angel feathers. Don't know if that's related to here, but we also need the heart of a Garistro, 13 Timasks, which are devil mushrooms that spawn from the footprints of Garistros, Mariliths, or Baelors. And I believe Vizarin told us that we could find mushrooms in the labyrinth, right?
He knew that there were powerful demons in the labyrinth, so your best place to find that for now was probably the labyrinth.
Yeah, and then we also need a few drops of blood or ichor from a demon lord.
Then I will tell the creature that we're on a quest. We don't have a choice. We need to press on.
Hi, Piper.
What can you tell us about what is up ahead? Maybe we can make sure that no one will hurt you.
It's the Master's minions. It's the Minotaurs and other denizens of the maze. There's no other gnolls in there, but they are hunted and killed by the Minotaur. I think there's a... He kind of like stops and like thinks about it for a second. A shanty town on the other side.
What's your name?
Gash.
Okay.
Gash, do you know how many Minotaurs
Many
there are?
Minotaurs. But I can try and help you lead you through if you really need to, but you shouldn't go in.
Unfortunately, we have to.
Gash, if you help us find what we're looking for, we will protect you.
You can see he's having a very strange time with himself right now. He's deathly afraid of what's behind him. Like, you can see he's kind of like rocking in place and always like looking over his shoulder. And he is extremely confused by both your actions and your words and his body language. Like, it's extremely apparent.
Yeah, he probably hasn't seen kindness in a very long time.
You get the feeling. And he's
not...
like, we can try the maze if you wish.
Stick close to us. Don't do anything.
If there's any trouble, then step back and let us deal with it.
Oh, okay. Come.
So that...
And he kind of like lifts up his arms. You can see how lanky a gnoll actually is. Like, this gnoll, because of how his body language is, he seems very small. He seems like 5 feet. But as he like kind of stands up with a little bit more confidence, you actually notice that he's actually a good like 6.5 feet tall. And his arms are really lanky, like they're longer than a normal human's would be. And he's kind of like beckoning towards you, just like, come, stay close.
I'm gonna look to Ziara and Marks and the invisible meeps.
He's kind of like taking a half step backwards towards the... entrance.
I'm gonna stick close to him, so that if anything pops up, I can. I want to protect this creature, basically. I'm
me as
ready
a
to.
me as a player
that
wants
up.
to protect him.
Yeah,
so delightful.
Me as a player and as a character, this poor creature is hurt. It is afraid. Have to help it.
I feel
Yeah.
really bad, but Meeps is very wary of this gnoll.
Same
After
as
the People's incident, she is
Yeah.
very wary.
Savra is also weary, but she also just feels pity for him, so she's giving him a chance.
I guess, Hun, I'll say that Meeps isn't keeping her crossbow trained on him.
You're
seeing the
keeping
others-
them out in your hands, still with the
But
prepared
yeah,
action.
so instead of being like this, it's gonna just kind of be a little bit more like that.
You still have them at the ready, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you
Did they tell the rest of the party who he is and what is happening?
Yeah. So, but
as
guess
he's
both
beckoning and
Savra-
backing up, this is what happens. Go ahead. So he
Wait,
like
what
beckoned
happens?
and backed up towards the cavern, and then your party members turned to you.
His name is Nash. He's going to guide us.
And we are going to protect him. Ruben looks at the party with a sort of like, right? Look.
Sure.
Yes. So long as he
But I'm
so long-
keeping an eye on him.
So long as he doesn't do anything, I'll do my best to not hurt him.
Would you like Gash seems to be beckoning you, and he basically matches your pace. Are you going to try and speed run through this maze, go to normal pace, or to slow pace?
Speedrun seems dangerous.
I think
Yeah.
we should be
I
slow.
like.
Slow and stealthy.
Yeah. So if Nash is not working at a slow pace, I'll encourage him to do so.
He
And again, I'll
matches
stick
your
close to
pace.
him.
You notice that he
Oh,
always
okay.
stays like within 5 or 6 feet of you. So whenever you speed up, he speeds up, but whenever you slow down, he slows down.
I also want to ask him on the way. He mentioned that gnolls were being killed up ahead.
There's
And-
always gnolls and Minotaur fighting. There's always fighting.
Did you manage to escape?
No, I was captured. I am a slave.
To the
No.
Minotaurs.
Yes. And an
No,
outcast to the gnolls. The gnolls will hate me. I am Minotaur to them. I smell and taste like Minotaur. And he kind of like has a nasty look on his face when he says that.
I can't say I've ever met a friendly gnoll before. So I'm very surprised. Are there, by what you're saying, are there any of your people who are like you? Or are you special?
I am unsure what you're asking.
Most gnolls we've come across, in fact, all gnolls we have come across have tried to kill us. You're the first who hasn't.
He kind of like looks a little uneasy when you say that. And he kind of gets a more subservient, like he kind of like hunches down a little bit and puts his head down and kind of like looks up at like a reprimanded dog. I am a slave of the Minotaurs. This is
Well-
their territory. I do not get to kill or hurt. I am only to be hurt.
If you stick with us, you don't have to be their slave anymore. Ruben is just like, he doesn't consult the party about this. He's just like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to help this poor creature.
Savra's kind of just accepted that and being like,
I don't know what you mean.
don't worry about it. Let's go.
Just stay close.
All right. All right.
Nash explodes.
No.
As he's navigating you through. About half an hour goes by. Nothing happens. Another half hour of he seems to be taking turns at random. And after you pass the heads, it actually turns into almost a legit labyrinth. Like, the walls are straight. It is 15-foot wide walkway, and it is 30-foot tall ceilings. Like, it is really weird to go from, like, caverns to a straight-up fucking labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't any pictographs or anything carved on the walls, but it's mostly smooth rock. What's up?
My tongues has dropped at this point.
It's only been half an hour so far.
Well, you said a half an hour and then another half.
Yeah, I kind of going back. So when you first enter the labyrinth, this is what you see, and as he's navigating you, he almost seems to be like picking turns at complete random, and every once in a while you'll get the feeling that you're turning backwards on yourself, but then it doesn't. It's really confusing, and your sense of direction is slightly off, but he seems to be pretty confident in what he's doing.
I'm gonna ask him if he knows where he's going, and I want to use this
I have deceit. Eye for deceit.
ear for deceit,
Ear for deceit.
which I don't think I ever used.
Wisdom, insight check to determine when creature's lying. Treat a roll of 7 or lower on the d20 as an 8. He specifically says yes. He knows where he's going. So go ahead and roll your wisdom insight. You are very confident he knows exactly where he's going.
I'm gonna ask him, you're not leading us to danger.
No, I'm avoiding it.
That's good.
Okay.
We've seen enough danger.
I will repay your kindness in turn. And with that, he kind of like keeps leading you further.
We
At
are
least-
very grateful for your help.
Yeah. That him saying that actually made Sarva kind of smile a little bit. It's like, I'll repay your kindness in turn. It's like, okay, this is going well.
Is he hungry? I'm gonna ask someone quietly to ask him.
Earlier, I was thinking of giving him a ration, but it didn't seem relevant. But if Meeps wants to do that, I like that idea.
She's invisible, so he hasn't even seen her yet. And she
Doesn't
kinda
even
wants to keep
understand
it
her.
She kind of wants to keep it that way.
I'll
in
ask
case.
him.
How long does
I'll just-
invisibility last?
An hour.
An hour.
Sarva will ask him, Nash, are you hungry at all?
Yes, but no time.
Later.
When you lead us through here, we'll also give you something to eat.
You kind of hear him whimper and yip a little bit, but it's kind of weird to hear. You don't know if that was happy or not, but it was a very strange reaction.
I'm gonna interpret it as good.
And an hour goes by in this labyrinth. Invisibility wears off. Meeps, you do notice as soon as your invisible wears off, he kind of like looks over his shoulder, sniffs a little bit harder, sniffs in your direction, but then continues going. He's a dog.
I guess you can't hide your stink.
He's a dog.
Smell.
Sorry, your tongues falls off.
Yep.
An hour into this place, you find or he doesn't stop, but you pass by 2 headless corpses that are absolutely butchered. They are missing their head. There is a dwarf and a deep gnome. A deep dwarf and a deep gnome. Just corpses, like, dismembered, body parts strewn apart. There's no head.
Ooh.
Are they still wearing clothes?
They are wearing what used to be armor, but has since been absolutely destroyed.
Okay.
It's not.
I would
it's
still like
not
to investigate them.
It's not super fresh, but it is probably old. Just by glancing at it, the cake is long dried. The blood is long dried, caked on the wall. Nash isn't stopping though. He's just, or Gash.
Okay.
Excuse me. Gash is
Yeah.
he keeps going. So you can stop if you wish, but he's expecting you to follow him.
If he's still like, I don't want to stop.
Okay.
Like if there's not enough time to like just like look them over real quick, I'm not gonna bother.
About half an hour later, you find 2 gnoll corpses missing their heads, similarly mutilated and destroyed. He kind of like walks on the opposite side of the cavern, of the tunnel to them. Like gives them a wide berth.
Go. There's a lot of dice rolling, and I'm getting nervous.
Another hour and a half goes by of him just going down random tunnels, random turns, and
we haven't hit a single dead end yet,
you
right?
have not hit a single dead end. You have not seen or heard a single minotaur or a single gnoll. And eventually, you are greeted by the sight of another fissure, like at the end of a tunnel, a single straightaway tunnel, and you can kind of see Gash kind of like stand up a little straighter and like hurry along quicker. And as you follow him, you get to another almost mirror image of where you got before, or where you were before. There are 2 piles of heads on either side of this hole. But in this cavern, it's much bigger, and you can actually see on the far end of this cavern, there seems to be a shanty town. Bits of broken wood and strange shapes. For those of you who have seen it, imagine Valley of Defilement in Demon Souls.
Oh no!
Or
The old village in Bloodborne.
The old village in Bloodborne. Like it's very ramshackle, very handmade. Yeah. Nothing is really structurally sound. It's like sticks and logs and like detritus that's been turned into buildings, kind of thing. It's really it's shanty town. It's not covered in water. It's not got standing water, but it just looks dilapidated and just about to fall apart.
My PTSD is like flying off the roof. Fucking Demon Souls.
I want to ask Nash who lives in this town.
It is strangers.
Are they friendly?
If you are not Minotaur.
Okay, that's good. None of us are. Would you be considered Minotaur? You mentioned
I am not welcome in the packs of Yinogu. No longer.
And is this the town of that pack, or
No, Yinagu has. There is a
Okay.
man in town who worships Yinagu, but I am not a welcome in the packs of gnolls.
okay? But you'll be okay in this town.
No, I would go back in the labyrinth. It is my only home.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, what did you say? That he wasn't welcome and that he would go back?
He says his only home is the labyrinth, and that's where he has been. He says that is his only home is the labyrinth.
That's depressing.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna be on. I'm under the impression that. I mean, he will let us know if he wasn't welcome in the town or if he was gonna get in trouble for being there.
He didn't say it.
He's been pretty good about warning us about stuff. So I'll trust that it's okay, and I'll ask him to stay close again.
Okay.
And
Proceeding forward.
let us know if you got anything to say, if there's something we should know, or if you see anything.
Okay. And you can see the town is in the distance. Like, it is not right outside. Like, this cavern is fucking huge. But it's all dimly lit, like it's because it's got phosphorescent lichen everywhere. And as you get closer to this shanty town, you notice that there are strange patterns to large smears of blood on the ground. You notice that every once in a while you will see the head of a minotaur just on the floor. And then the body will be another 10-15 feet away.
Nice.
You'll see a dead gnoll here and there as you continue. Hold on.
I'll make sure to walk near the front of our party, and I'm not really readying an action, but I'm ready to talk to whoever we might meet and just let them know that we don't mean any harm or anything. Because if they're this close to a labyrinth, I imagine they might be on edge.
And ready to fight.
So violent.
I'm
No, I'm
paying
saying
a
they
l-
might be ready. They might see somebody coming out of the labyrinth and just be ready
Oh,
to
fair enough.
attack.
Excuse me. I had to blow my nose.
I'm gonna get some juice. I'll be right back.
I want to pay very close attention to the surrounding because of what my cloak also allows me.
While Jolly's grabbing some juice, I'm gonna grab something to drink as well.
Okay.
Get it back.
I'm gonna go pee.
All right.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
I love this. No, I will protect.
Aw.
Okay, back.
Welcome back.
Buxby will be back in a little bit longer.
Okay.
I'm back with juice.
Welcome back.
I'm looking at
And Bugs is
wormwood
back as
again.
well.
All right. Now that we're all back, this big cavern continues. As you get closer, you can see the settlement, and it is tents and crudely built shanties lining the irregular walls, and kind of just in a strange grouping here. And it seems fairly deserted, if not completely, except for a lone human male who seems to be kneeling in a circle of burning torch stalk mushrooms, the mushrooms that look like big matches. In the center of the town, and there are two ragged figures, kind of like standing unmovingly, lurking near a door that is set into the wall at the back of the town. All in all, the town is probably only like 100 feet in diameter, or yeah, in diameter.
It's pretty small.
It's tiny.
It's more like a village.
Yeah, more like a village. And the figure in the circle is praying over a rotting minotaur head. But as you get closer to the town, he kind of like sees you, and he stands up. You can tell he's a thin human, but his face and arms are streaked with dried blood. And as
I
he
guess
gets,
we'll greet him.
What?
I guess we'll greet him.
As you get closer, he just kind of like looks at you and like folds his hands a little bit and says, "Friends, I have heard the call, and I hope you have too. With my own eyes, I saw our great Lord Yinagu," and he kind of like raises his hands in like worship and supplication. "Slaughter the minotaurs that had plagued us. Now we are free and strong with his blessings. We feast while we live, and thanks to our Lord, we will also feast when we are dead. If you've heard the call, come, join my pack, and feel the strength of Yinagu." And then he smiles, and you notice that his teeth are filed to a point.
Oh my god.
It's unnerving.
Pointy teeth.
You notice that the cavern, as you continued, has like collapsed in on itself a little bit. Like it was big and circular behind you, but the wall, it's like coming back into like a normal cave at this point. So it's kind of like at the choke point of the cavern.
I'm gonna say something to him, real quick.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say, and what if we don't?
Why have you come here otherwise? He seems a little confused.
We're just confusing the shit out of everybody today.
Hell
H
yeah.
cast invisibility. Bye! Give me a stealth
We're
roll.
in
hon.
search.
Give you a stealth roll.
Continue, Susan.
I'm just gonna tell him we're looking for a demon known as a Garistro.
And he kind of like thinks about it for a second. Hold on.
I should mark off my spell slot.
Bye.
And maybe
Yeah, that's
stop casting
2 now.
invisibility willy-nilly.
Yeah, you're having fun.
Yeah, I usually never use my spells, so...
Yeah, but you could always like put like your invisibilities into your ring.
I'm probably gonna start doing that.
I have a very specific idea of what I want to do depending on how this goes. Sorry.
What was your question to him? Sorry, I had to double check something.
Well, he said, "Why are we here?" And then I said,
Oh, Garistro,
We're
yeah.
"We're looking for a demon known as a Garistro."
I have never heard of such a creature. Do you wish to know the glory of Yinagu?
No.
Pass.
I am unsure of your purpose here, then.
If you don't know what a Garistro is, and we're not here for Iniagu, or whatever the hell you call it, we're passing through.
Oh, very well. Blessings be upon you, then. And he kind of like raises his eyebrow a little bit at you.
Sure. I'm gonna like look to everyone and be like, "Let's go."
That is the chillest cultist I've ever seen in my entire life.
I know. I thought this was gonna go in a completely different direction from the moment I said. Than when I said, "And what if we don't?"
Yeah, I thought he was gonna attack us with a bunch of gnolls or something.
So
But
are we
instead,
walking
he's just like,
past town?
okie dokie.
It sounds like you guys are just walking right past.
I'm keeping my eye on him.
I'll ask
Did our friend leave?
No, he's
Gash
with
is
us.
still
I hope-
following you.
I'll ask Gash about the. I already forget what it was
He
called,
mentioned
but
him earlier.
Yeah, he
though.
mentioned it too.
Yinogu.
So I'll ask Nash about it.
About Yinagu or about the town?
But I guess both. Go first, and then the town itself.
Yinagu is the hyena lord. He is what bestows gnolls their intelligence and their blood rage and their prevalence for destruction. That man, and he kind of like points over his shoulder as you guys continue through this cavern, who is now kneeling on the ground again, praying over the molding, rotted Minotaur head, was witness to Yinagu's arrival in this cavern, and he destroyed Minotaurs that were raiding the town. So he started worshipping Yinagu as a sign and as a thanks.
Is it like? So he's just behind us now.
Yeah, you guys. The town is like getting further away from you as you guys are kind of like continuing your walk.
So
And
now
we're not looking for a hyena lord.
Well, he is a demon lord, so he does count for one of the things that we need to get, which is the blood of a demon lord.
Hyena lord, right? Not a demon.
No,
Or is it
he is the demon lord of hyenas.
Oh, okay.
But Gash called him the hyena lord because he doesn't know what a demon lord is. Like that's what he knows Yinagu as. But you, as players, know Yinagu is a demon lord who is also the lord of gnolls.
But since Ruben's like red on demon, does he know that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's why he knows that. Like he recognizes the name of Yinagu as the name of the demon lord of gnolls, as basically a giant monstrous hyena Knoll hyena thing, but Gash
He's
calls
very
him
ugly.
the hyena lord.
So now we're approaching this apparent door in the wall,
No,
right?
the door's in the town. Like that's past.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was like at the end of the
No,
cavern,
it was on
past
the
town.
side. Like you guys are passing by the town as the cavern is coming back in on itself, and it's turning more into an actual tunnel now.
Did Nash have more to say about the town, or did he just mention that
That's all he knew.
what he mentioned about the man and such? Okay, yeah.
Wait, does he? Because it's the Lord of Hyenas. Does Nash worship him too?
I don't think he can.
He's in exile.
Yeah, he
But
explained that he
did-
was an exile from hyenas or from gnolls because he was captured by Minotaur, and to Minotaur he is a gnoll, and to gnoll he is a Minotaur. So he is an exile to everyone.
Hmm. Well, he's part of our group now.
You have a
Ruben
dog
has
now.
decided.
Ruben now has a dog.
He adopted a dog.
I don't want to use a spell slot, but I'm gonna ask Ruben if he can ask Nash or Gash, whatever his name is, if he knows what is behind the door that was like protected.
And I'll ask him that and then relay the response to the party.
Gash just kind of like shakes his head and shrugs.
Ruben shakes his head and shrugs at Savra.
I kind of want to go back there and see what's in there.
I mean, we can get close and easily send Fluke or one of us to take a look. Hello?
Hi.
All right, is everyone okay with that, or
The timing was so weird because
We're fine.
while it was quiet, our cat was puking, and Shaw's like, "Hello."
Oh, Della.
is everyone like okay with that?
Yeah, we're good with that.
Yes, I'm gonna go clean it up real quick.
Okay. Because like
So what interests you about the door? What do you think might be behind it?
I don't know, and that's what I want to find out. One of the things we could be searching for might be behind it.
Yeah, we need to be on the lookout.
Is it just like a doorway, or is it like a closed door?
It was just a closed wooden door, like a ramshackle door with two figures that were just kind of like standing there on either side of it.
Did the figures look like they were people, or are they statues?
They were humanoid shaped, and you saw their heads turning to watch you as you were around the town.
Are there any gaps that look they're large enough for Fluke to fit through?
You'd have to go check again.
Well, I'm invisible. So I will hop off of Marks and see if I can get a little closer.
All right, it takes you about 5 minutes to get back to waddle back to the town because you guys were still walking. You're on the edge of the village now. You can see that the dude is still praying over the head, and the two figures are still next to the door.
Am I close enough to be able to see?
Perception.
Perception.
Since I think Ruben will stay a little bit behind and offer Gash some food while we figure out what to do here.
You pull out a ration and kind of hand it towards Gash, and he looks up at you and then looks down at it.
It's okay. You can have it.
Is it? He kind of like reaches out and grabs it slightly and like kind of like turns it over in his hands and sniffs at it. Whoa,
It's food.
Thank
I
you.
love this.
What
I
is
love
it?
everything about this.
It's food. I don't know what you usually eat, but this is
He
we eat.
immediately just like plops to the ground cross-legged, and like tears it open haphazardly, like the bundle, like not how you're supposed to, and the food kind of like falls all over the place over on his lap and on the floor. Just kind of looks around, looks up at you, looks back down at it, and just starts like picking something up and putting it in his mouth and just eating it and just slowly like just eating the whole thing. Meeps, you can tell that the door is like slightly askew, and since it's made out of, it's like handmade door almost. Fluke could probably fit in there.
Fluke's gonna be invisible, and he's going to carefully fly towards the door and try to get through one of those gaps.
Oh wait, I don't know why I'm rolling.
To freak me out.
Excuse me. You see him kind of like very slowly flutter through the air, squeeze underneath the door. About 20 seconds later, you see him squeeze out from underneath the door, flutter back towards you, and just kind of like perch on your shoulder and not say anything.
Well, what was in there?
Let's go.
What was in there?
Let's go.
Okay.
Was it the demon
I
lord?
will, and I will pat Fluke and give him a snack
Okay.
and go back to the others.
When you arrive at the others, Fluke says out loud, "It's full of ghouls."
Oh.
There's a lot of mean things in there.
What else was in there?
Ghouls and zombies.
Just that?
They looked like they were missing a lot of their flesh, and it was on the ground. And they were just kind of standing there,
No, thank you.
staring at the door.
Alright, well.
I didn't see anything else in there.
That might not be what we're looking for then.
Fluke
all.
flies in. A bunch of corpses are standing around. Fluke goes, nope, and comes right back out again.
Look, I just wanted to make sure that, like, you know, maybe they didn't have, like, a bunch of those weird mushrooms in there thing.
No, that's
Yeah,
fair.
behind the door, Yina Gu and Baphomet were sitting there having tea.
Aww.
Oh, shit!
Sad honk.
Well, I guess now, well, you could just keep going then, because...
Noel, or Gash, has since finished his meal and is kind of like licking crumbs off of himself. Like picking one up and eating it and like licking his hands a little bit. He seems pretty occupied.
Ruben has a dog.
I'm gonna tell him that there's more if he's still hungry, but that should
You
probably
actually see his
wait a
tail
little
wag a little bit, and he's like, "More?"
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Player knowledge. Just this is out of character. Marks would give Ruben food for him. Just throwing that out there.
I think I have plenty of rations, but that is good to know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll give him another one to snack on while we keep moving.
He kind of like stands up and like takes it from you and opens it a little more carefully this time, and then just starts eating stuff out of it as you guys are walking.
I'm glad you like
can hear
it.
him like noisily licking his chops and eating.
He makes me hungry.
With Gash's help, as you guys continue in this cavern, you notice Gash is actually like interrupts you sometimes, and and tells you to go a different path. And you can tell he's like sniffing the air and like his ears are craning a lot. So I need everyone to give me perception and survival checks with advantage.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, like with advantage. That's right. Okay.
Perception.
19.
Let's hope that survival goes better this time.
Okay, 2 17s for that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So 19 and 17.
Hey! Thank you. Thank you, advantage.
Yeah, no, I don't even think I need to add my buffs to it.
23 and 18.
And you notice that every time you guys come up to a place, you all kind of like decide what to do. Gash usually like jumps forward and like helps you decide, and then goes back into the center of the party or into the back, kind of like hunched a little bit. And for the rest of this traveling day, you actually seem to avoid pretty much anything. It's kind of weird being this like surrounded in badness and nothing happening. It's a little unnerving, actually, as you guys rest for the night.
I'm gonna make sure that Noel has everything he needs.
Are you gonna tug him in?
I don't think that is necessary.
Gash seems very
I
confused
think it
still.
is.
I mean, he's kind of like sitting there, kind of squatting, just kind of like looking at everyone with a slightly worried expression and slightly confused. But he doesn't really say anything. And he's
I'll
just
ask
kind
if
of
there's
like,
anything that is concerning him.
I don't know where I am or where we're going.
Wait, wasn't he leading us? Or was he just leading us through the...
He was leading you through the labyrinth.
Okay.
And then he kind of just followed you.
I guess I'll mention that you're free to come with us. I guess the conversation would have popped up before going this far away, but it's like that he's free to come with us if he wants, and if he wants to return to where he was, that is okay, but that he shouldn't if he's getting hurt.
Don't want to be a Minotaur.
You can be one of us.
What are you? And he's kind of like looking at all of you.
We're friends.
Well, we still don't understand him, so.
Well, you know, that obviously... that's a detail I keep forgetting.
I'm gonna ask, Ruben, can you ask him if he speaks any other languages?
Sure. And I'll ask him that.
He starts barking and yipping.
Ruben looks at Meeps and
Does Meeps
Zara.
understand that, or is that Noel?
That's Noel.
Meeps shrugs. Meeps will try to use beast speech to talk to him. will ask
His
him-
head whips around when you start saying something, and he looks at you, and he kind of like cocks his head slightly, and his ears are like doing the satellite thing, like he's just like, what the fuck is that? He looks really confused.
Right.
I'm gonna before like the whole long rest, I'm gonna use one of my spell slots again to use tongues.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna ask Gash if he would like to learn Common.
Common? He responds. You see, you can tell he's responding in Abyssal.
Mm-hmm.
Common?
It's the language of the surface, and knowing it could help keep you out of trouble.
What is the surface?
Oh, this poor boy.
My heart breaks for him right there.
Oh.
I'm just like, oh, you bless your cotton socks. Thank you, Keely, for that one.
that is actually very precious.
Yeah, it's like now I just want to protect him.
Yeah, same.
Let him see the
But-
sun.
Out of character, like
God.
there are entire civilizations that just reside in the Underdark, right?
Mm-hmm.
That never go up to the surface,
Mhm.
unless I'm misinterpreted some stuff.
No, I think
But
that's
I-
fair.
But I guess that most people would know of the surface, even if they live in the Underdark.
I don't know. Like, I
Um,
imagine a lot of people that are from the surface don't know about the Underdark, or maybe heard
The
rumors.
the Underdark civilizations you have met are Drow. Definitely know the surface exists. Deep Gnome. Definitely know the surface exists and is a thing. Deep Dwarf. Definitely know the surface is a thing and exists. Myconids. Refer to you have no idea if Myconids know the surface exists or not, nor do you know if they even give a fuck.
We should
They
ask
are
them next
literally
time.
the most alien you could ever get by the definition of alien to a human. Like, they are literal aliens almost. Stone giants. Know the surface is a thing, but they refer to it as the Dreamlands, and they think it is more of a higher plane of existence more than an actual physical place you can walk to. Because they refer to people from there as dreamfolk and dreamwalkers and the dreamlands and all that kind of stuff. So someone who has been born and raised in the underground, never heard or seen the surface, never met a traveler, never met a common folk, like, what is the sun? Kind of thing.
Oh, I can't understand what's going on.
Well,
Does he dislike Dawnbringer's light?
He hasn't made motion to that he has. Like, he hasn't shielded his eyes from it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna tell him it's like, it will allow you to talk to the rest of the group. Wait a second, I'm an idiot.
Mm.
Okay. I know I just did this to myself, but we still haven't completed our rest. I'm gonna use tongues on Gash.
Okay.
So that's the last level 3 spell slot for the day before we do our long rest, but
And a grease stroke comes out of the wall.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just gonna touch him with that, and I'm just gonna be like, this is only temporary, but now all of us can understand you.
When
little
you did that, and what language were you speaking when you said that?
I don't think it matters. It just says
I
that
know,
like
but what language were you speaking?
Common.
When you touch him and you say that, he actually swats at his ears. And like puts his hands over his ears a little bit and like rubs them and like shakes his head and looks at you.
Whoa, what happened?
So I did not get to cast the spell on him, or
No, you cast the spell on him, and then you backed up and you said that, and then as you were saying that, that's what his reaction was. He's swatting at his own ears in like with
disbelief.
a look of what the fuck in his eyes.
I'm just gonna smile warmly at him. It's like, it's okay.
He is he is talking in Abyssal, and he just says, "What's?" He looks at Reuben. What's going on? And he kind of like he's still got one paw on like kind of one of his ears.
Magic.
He
it's okay.
looks at Sabra.
Sabra is no spells, and she can help you understand the entire party, even though we do not speak the same language. But it is temporary. There's nothing to be worried about.
You can kind of see his jaw working, like he's trying to say something but can't. And
how are you
then he
feeling?
starts barking and yipping. You can tell he's speaking Knoll, but he says, I have never experienced magic of this before. What? Thank you. And he looks over at Sabra.
You're welcome.
And he kind of like recoils from you a little bit. And kind of like, you can hear me?
I just nod at him.
So we can all hear him, right?
We can all hear you now.
He
Yeah.
kind of like, you kind of see him retreat into himself a little bit. Like, kind of like hunch his shoulders a little and like kind of stare at the ground. As he like seems to be overwhelmed by what's going on.
It's okay.
I'm just gonna try to like calm him down a little bit. Just
He's
like,
not panic. He's not panicking. He's just kind of like sitting there, dumbfounded.
So much kindness.
You get the
You're really-
feeling that he probably has not seen kindness in such a long time that he forgot it existed.
I'm just,
Oh.
like, I was actually just gonna say, it's like, you haven't like been treated with kindness very much, have you?
Minotaurs are not kind. Minotaurs are not kind.
We've noticed.
We've noticed. Yeah.
That's why we killed him.
Gnolls are not kind either, but Minotaurs take pleasure in it.
You're
Well-
a Knoll and you're kind.
I was just gonna say that. I'm glad you
Yes.
did.
Scared.
Well, and Mark says, well, that just means you're still alive.
He kind of looks back down at that.
And you don't have to be scared. Not around us. We're your friends.
Want to see some pictures
You
of the
see
surface?
his at Savra saying friends, you kind of see his whole face just kind of like drop for a second.
Oh.
I
Are you okay?
don't have friends.
Now you do.
Someone needs to scritch him behind the ears.
I mean,
Thank
Marx
you,
is
chat.
Marx.
Thank you,
Marx
chat.
does have animal handling, so he could totally do that. But this
Hey,
is not a
wait,
character.
hold on.
But this is
I'll-
Ruben's
Would that
dog.
be condescending?
Off
you have
topic?
no idea.
topic?
Off topic.
Upset.
Would animal handling affect Meeps?
No, because you are a civilized,
I
intelligent
try it.
creature.
I scratch Meeps behind the ear.
Ciara would be jealous if someone else got screeches and she didn't.
Wait. is
Ziara reaches forward and starts scratching behind Meeps' ear.
Meeps swats her away. Stop that. Don't touch me with your flea hands.
Oh no, my fleas are
Your
on my
fl-
other hand.
Your flea hands, your flans, if you
Look
will.
over, and her hand is literally made of fleas.
I
Oh
put
my
it in front of her
goodness.
face, like, see?
Gash is just watching with wide eyes as this is going on.
Meeps just retreats into Marx's like
He just
little
crawls up
cloak.
Marks.
Mark's like, no, me! And tries to crawl up Meeps.
It's like Ziara is just like, it's like, but the fleas are good, and Marx is just like, "Nyeh."
Getting itchy just looking at him. Ugh.
It's like, don't drink me, don't drink me.
Don't drink me,
They
bro.
only drinking me.
They're only drinking you.
Jesus, that's why your strength score is so shit.
You're anemic from all the fleas.
Oh god, when Marx thinks about that, he just like pulls out like a stash of Minotaur meat. It's like, please eat this.
You guys just can't see it because she is so fluffy, and her hands are actually that big because they're just kind of sore.
Of
from all
course.
the stinging.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. You okay,
I'm
if you told that to Marx is gonna cry and just like. he's
So,
gonna just,
you guys know about
Oh
Spider's
my God.
Man, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I do.
No.
Fleas tabaxi. Ziara is not really a tabaxi, just millions of fleas taking the form of one.
And all hive minding thinking they are a tabaxi.
This is her
Ugh.
true secret.
Oh god.
Awful.
Her parents are just a colony.
Those are not her parents. I don't know who they are.
Oh no. So sad.
Her parents are
Her
actually
thinking she was a tabaxi, but she's actually a pile of fleas.
her parents are actually the fleas on those two tabaxi.
Oh
Oh my god.
no! Oh my god, the
Awful.
reuniting is like, I thought we got rid of them!
This
We
is
came, the
fucking
police came back!
disgusting. Oh my god.
It's like, oh, you're reunited with your family,
Getting
and I
worse.
take two fleas off the tabaxi, and I'm like, okay, let's go. And the rest
Okay,
are
let's
like, what
go.
about the tabaxi? And I'm like, I don't know who they are.
And like, take them off the two vaccines just because it becomes a completely different person. Or just
Awful.
crumbles into just like other fleas. Oh my god, I'm upsetting myself.
Gash just kind of like watches your guys' exchange, just kind of like dumbfounded and taken aback at you guys, just like doing your normal thing, just like playfully ribbing at each other and teasing each other and just being friends.
So lackadaisical.
And he just is just dumbfounded by your actions.
That's heartwarming.
It is.
Where are we going?
Well, still looking for demons, I guess.
And mushrooms.
And demon mushrooms.
We are on a quest.
He looks at Ruben.
We are searching for various materials and components to... out of character, he's not going to mention the demons or the things that we have seen in visions.
Yeah.
He's going to say that we're on a quest to find various components and materials to do some good, to protect people.
Oh. Okay.
You're free to join us, and
Okay. And he kind of like nods. I'll follow you.
only if you want to. You're not anyone's slave.
I'll follow you.
I whispered to Meeps, Ruben has a puppy.
I'm not gonna say it, but that's what I'm thinking too.
I don't think that's a puppy.
It's a
kind
big
of is
puppy.
Shh, Marks.
Yeah, that's out of character, by the way.
I think he's grown.
Acts like a puppy.
Oh gosh, my heart.
Oh my goodness.
Dr. Rubin and Nurse Gash. Whenever-
There's Cash. I love it.
If they survived until this is over and they need somewhere to stay, they're free to
I have
do
a
so.
mental image of Nash now in a nurse outfit, and it's not good.
And now, like I'm a half
There are
expecting
male
you to
nurse
drop.
outfits.
I know, but like this is a null that I don't know.
I mean,
He
I
probably
put a-
looks really scruffy.
I put a picture of him in Saturday RP before you healed him.
Oh, he has pink hair.
Before.
No, that's the
that
scar
was-
tissue.
Yeah, that was.
Oh
But
no!
His face
But
was really fucked up.
Oh hell!
Yeah.
I didn't even see. That's
Yeah, that's
I didn't even
that's
see
now-
that.
that's what
but now we
Gash
fixed
looks
him.
like before you healed him. When you healed him, the pink part went away, and he regrew some of his mane, so it doesn't look quite as hair pulled outness. But he's just kind of a knoll.
Wait, how tall is Ruben?
How tall is Ruben?
Gosh,
Is he like
we
5'8"?
went over this at some point, but I don't remember.
I think it was like
5'10", 5'8", something like that.
I think it was
Oh, yeah.
5'8".
Yeah, he is.
Because I was like, oh, he's a puppy, but then I forgot, like, this guy is probably like 6.5 feet tall.
Knolls are like 6.5 to 8 feet tall. This guy is probably about closer to 6'8", maybe 6'10".
Oh wow, he's taller than Marks.
Knolls
Puppy!
are fucking huge.
Wow. But you know what? Now, like my mental image of how what I have for Knolls, is like the
World of
equivalent
Warcraft.
to, like, no, I was thinking of Dungeon Meshi.
Oh, that was from the
kobolds.
start when we first met them.
I was thinking of like Dungeon Meshi kobolds, because like in that comic, there's like kobolds don't even look like how they're supposed to. They're just like dog people.
It's weird. Sometimes kobolds are lizards, and sometimes they're dogs, and sometimes they're rats.
So
yeah,
but, like,
I've seen
yeah,
that.
Yeah, it's like that's
It's
like
up
the
to people's
mental,
interpretation.
I
Yeah, but
guess.
that's my that's my mental image I have for for Gash.
I just picture a hyena furry.
Hyena furry.
I mean, I do.
Like when I picture Knolls, I think of WoW. Like I honestly think of WoW
Same.
with the same noise, like they're like the same noises and the size. But D&D Knolls are like literally twice that size. They're like taller than humans.
The ones in World of Warcraft are chunkier. They're
Yeah.
shorter and chunkier.
Yeah, you basically take their model and without adding any weight, you just stretch their model to twice the height.
That's funny.
Because the picture I have of Knolls in my head is like PS1 style polygons because it's from Burning Crusade.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah,
was
yeah.
gonna originally link that, but I was like, no, I'll just link Hogger. Like a good picture of him.
Hogger's a very good example of Knolls.
If we can train Gash and make him big and strong, that might be what he looks like someday.
Aw. You already have a future for your puppy.
I don't know. There's no guarantee that things are gonna survive, but
Yeah, you never know.
I can hope.
You may have backup. I wink. Even though I didn't pick it. I still wink.
Okay.
At
yeah,
Ruben.
you rest for the night.
We rest in.
Gash kind of you notice sleeps off to the side. It doesn't sleep with you. Separated from the party by about 5 feet or so, off by himself.
Hug him for Ruben.
But the morning comes after a night's rest, and you feel ready to continue your treks. Go ahead
Wow.
and give me stealth and survival rolls once more with advantage.
Pass without trace.
Oh,
Oh, ow.
goodness for
Wait, what's it? Stealth and survival?
Stealth and
14.
or excuse me, perception and survival is what I meant
That's
to say.
correct.
Oh.
Okay, so 20 for perception
Ugh.
and 17 plus 6. So that 23. So
I'm just
20
gonna grab
for
some water real
perception.
quick.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 20 for perception and 23 for survival. I would say he's all right.
Is that with advantage, Savra?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
I rolled a 1 and a 9 on the first one, and then I rolled a 2 and a 9 on the other one.
Oh.
Jesus, I'm so sorry.
I mean, hey, it's better than having the low ones.
With my cloak, is it auto shoved in there, or how does?
What is
I
your
forgot.
cloak? Plus
It gives
10 on
me-
sight, or what?
It says, let you see in all direction. You have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight.
Okay, this is a general perception check,
Yeah.
not just wisdom, so it's the same kind of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, if you're looking for something and not trying to perceive in general,
Looking
you get
for
a bonus.
danger.
All right, you guys continue, and the caves have kind of returned back to like the strange winding, turning paths.
I'm a little concerned that having him lead us away from danger might be keeping us from finding the things that we need to find.
See, that's why I wanted to go back and check that door.
Mm.
Because that's what I was thinking exactly. Because I'm like, if we are passing up stuff because we're trying to protect him, then so be it. But you know,
About 4 hours of your journeying, you guys still have not met with any dangers or strange situations. But Marks,
Mm-hmm.
Meeps, Reuben,
and Gash.
and Ziara.
Oh, god damn it! Literally everyone but me.
Get your perception up, girl.
Whoa, I thought my perception is 10. I think I'm surprised.
Your
like...
passive perception? No, your passive perception is higher than that.
Oh, okay.
Because
my passive perception's only 12.
it's because you're
Okay.
you're proficient in perception, Buxby. So it's adding your
I-
proficiency modifier to that.
Okay, good.
It's
I don't
adding,
feel-
yeah. Savra does not have very much wisdom.
Nope. No, she does not. She's got enough to get by, kinda.
Yep. You, all of you except for Savra, can hear strange marching noises off in the distance, like coming both in the direction you're traveling and like filtering through the wall as if it's a thin wall kind of thing. Like you can hear something that sounds like marching.
We
Guys.
should be cautious.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, don't you hear that?
Do I hear now?
Perception check.
+18 +2, dirty 20.
Yes, you actually hear it this time now.
Oh. Does Does Nash know what that is?
Nash, you see, is like standing
Gash.
Gash is standing almost completely straight up, and you can actually see him like very serious face. His ears are like craning all around, and he's actually like looking around.
Does it sound like hooves? Or because
Gash says no.
Tar. Okay.
But he doesn't understand her.
No.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm going to.
But yeah, Gash is kind of like looking around as well.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and cast tongues on him
he
again.
kind of like shrinks away from you for a split second because of the unexpectedness of it.
Sorry.
But as you cast that and say sorry, he kind of like shakes his head and idly paws at one ear. Well, yeah.
Do you know what that sound is?
No, and he shakes his head. It sounds like a lot of stomping. Fairly close, but I don't think it's on our path.
Well,
Let's continue on. If it sounds like it's getting closer, I'll scout ahead.
But what do we need to go there?
Well, if Meep's scouting, then maybe
Okay.
she can take a look.
yeah.
And if it's anything we should examine, then she'll let us know.
Yep.
You guys continue on your path a little bit, and about 15 minutes later, Gash kind of like stops and like points at a very thin like fissure in the wall, like a small crack. And points at it and says, "It's coming from there."
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself,
Uh huh.
and I'm going to go investigate.
All right. Because of your size, it's actually pretty small. You know that your companions would have to squeeze, quote unquote, like the actual squeeze. They would be in extremely tight. It's barely wide enough for you. It's very cramped. You need as much crawling and climbing as you do walking. And it continues on for about 15 minutes. You're going through this cavern. You're not going very fast, so it's not very far. It's just taking a long time to get through it. And as you do, you emerge onto a shelf that you can tell you are 15 feet up a wall in a broad, straight tunnel that is about 20 feet tall and about 30 feet long, wide. And it's just a big tunnel. And as you like creep up to the edge and look around, you see a very curious procession of creatures marching along the tunnel below your position. There are 12 creatures that are completely identical, perfect mirrors of each other. Each one has a round body, very thin, spindly arms and legs, and a very small pair of fluttering wings rising above each of its arms. And in the very center of their circular center, there is a single eye, and underneath that eye is just a big smiling mouth. At this column's head, so it's like 4 rows of 3 side by side, stands a creature that looks like an inverted pyramid, held up by 6 legs coming from the bottom of the pyramid, the point. It scuttles like a crab, and on each side of this pyramid body thing, there is a single eye set above a mouth. And underneath the mouths, a single arm grips a spear in the hands. So there has 4 arms, each underneath a mouth.
What the fuck did you just describe?
What the?
I lost
hell?
complete track.
Do we
after-
have any visual representation of whatever this is?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. It sounds like somebody made a bloodborne
Meeps
monster.
is going to
out of
take out
Gumby.
her notebook and her pen and start drawing these things to the best of her abilities. It's not going to be super good, but you'll get the gist of it. So like a round thing with little wings and spindly arms and legs.
Jelly,
and pyramid. Yeah.
Please draw it before Beard shows what it actually looks like. I just
Okay.
want to
Okay.
see the
Okay.
comparison.
I want to see.
We'll do that.
interpretation of this.
We'll do that.
I'm
Jelly,
terrified.
I'm sending you what these creatures are.
Okay.
No, not even
No.
that. Not even that. Just the word, the description
Well,
of the
Jelly
word.
has to see the creatures because Meeps sees
I know,
the
I know.
creatures.
Meeps
I know,
saw
I know, but I just want to see what she thinks it looks like. It like just for
From,
funsies,
from
based
just
on your wording, because
from-
my
from-
brain
yeah.
could not.
I just imagine like some nightmarish Gumby character, and like I'm thinking like season 1 Gumby.
So
Oh,
just
God.
send her the text of the description, or like.
It's okay. I don't think you can.
I can't. Sorry.
Aw.
Fun thought, though.
Because just like I start like it was so much text. Like at the start, I was like, okay, I get it. And Beard kept adding. He's like, okay, I don't get it anymore.
Yeah.
Um. So, as you're drawing that, Hun, they are marching in a single file down this tunnel. Not single file, but there's like 4 rows of 3 of those spheres, and at the front is the pyramid thing. And they're currently just slowly marching through this tunnel.
It's a pyramid head.
Whoa, is that a big sword
Haha.
or knife? Rather, it's not even a sword. Or it is sort of.
You see most of these creatures show signs of frustration, and also like disrepair and like dejectedness. As they continue on their trek. Are you going to do anything?
I don't know what to do. I guess. Hold on. I'm still drawing the thing.
Mm.
Or I guess Meeps is still drawing the things.
Also, actually drawing it is more fun anyway. I got to draw.
Mhm.
We could find a map in the other campaign, and I had to doodle on it, and it not everyone liked it.
Apps.
The map was there. It just had no wording or whatsoever on it, Susie.
No. It's what's funny is that the monk I play for Sunday drew up a map and kind of just like gave up halfway through it with like it was good for like half of it, and then she was just like, "Fuck it, we just need to get this done and get out of here." Because they were
Hastily filled in the blanks.
yeah.
Here you go, guys.
She had to make a tunnel. Oh my god.
We're being attacked by fucking Patapon. Oh, that's awesome. That makes me smile.
Jungle.
So,
That's-
Hun, as you can see, Meeps is slightly better at drawing than Lilac is.
Oh my god.
I
Buckspeed, this is such a cute map.
Now I just want to play Patapon.
The big
Also that-
building. Bad vibes.
I'll link my map, but Jelly does beautiful. That makes a lot more sense. Like I thought this was one creature because I guess I kind of zoned out because there was so much info at once.
Yeah,
So
no.
What do they actually look like?
So Meeps, are you
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
shit. Wrong one.
I'm crawling back through.
That's okay.
okay? Meeps comes
Cute map.
back about 35 minutes later.
Jeez.
I love Jungle Heart.
So proud.
So Meeps is back.
Actual
Yes, it
jungle.
took 35 minutes before Meeps comes back.
Oh, there you are.
Were you drawing while you were gone?
I saw some things here, and then she's gonna open up her little notebook and show you guys her bad drawings.
Would we recognize what these are based on her drawing?
Oh, whoa, Jesus Christ.
These fucking things look like the robot we found that had lips.
These
sort of.
really
Oh my
do.
god!
My god, you know what? I know I made a crack about like thinking of an amalgamation of like Gumby monsters, but they really do
Why?
look like something out of Gumby.
Whoever
So-
designed these, why did they have? Why
That's
do they
such
need
luscious
lips?
lips.
That's
that's
the
the
thing
one
Why?
that you
back.
found beforehand.
I don't mind the eye and everything, but why the
I do.
lips?
Give me an insight roll for everyone but Meeps. No, including Meeps. Wait, no. Who were Who were the ones that met and
Mm.
talked to the duodrone?
I think
I did.
everyone but Jelly. I didn't actually talk, but I.
You're right. You're right.
Who saw it? I think it was everyone but Jelly.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Meeps didn't see it.
because she got sent back to the outpost.
Oh, that's right. Oh no, who went upstairs? I think it was Marks
Everyone.
that stayed downstairs, wasn't it?
Oh wait, no. Whoever we saved was still downstairs, but I don't know if anyone stayed with him.
Okay, I
Maybe.
didn't
Yeah,
know
it
if it
was-
was the whole party or not.
Nah, it was just the half orc because we hadn't let anyone out of the.
Oh, that's right.
cell.
That's right. So yeah, insight for everyone but Meeps.
Oh, Ruben.
So Meeps has never seen anything like this before.
Meeps has no idea what the fuck this is.
Gosh
Where-
dang it!
Gosh dang it. I see what
Mash,
you did.
dang it. Where is
Actually-
my beautiful edit of Optimus Prime with lips?
The lips are how they
Don't.
connect to the internet, guys. They're high-speed DSLs.
No.
I don't like the way you said all that.
Okay, who in the chat said that one?
Fuzz.
Fuzz.
I'm upset.
They kissed the internet connection. That's how it works.
Stop it! You stop
Of course
that.
it was Fuzz. I fucking love it.
That's how internet babies are made.
Yes.
Unhappy. Unfucking happy.
So do any of us know what she might be talking about?
Marks, what was your insight?
Oh no, I don't know. I wasn't gonna say anything. Or
No,
Marks
I
wasn't
mean
gonna
like
say
your
anything.
insight roll, or are you not gonna?
Oh! I thought you asked like who actually saw it, and I don't know if Marks did or not. Now.
Yeah, you were with them.
Yeah, because Marks had to try to move the boulder, but
Yeah.
it was
Oh,
too-
yeah.
You're right,
The
you're right,
boulder.
okay. 16 plus 17.
17.
Yeah, 16 plus 1.
I had 20.
Marks and Ziara kind of put two and two together and see a lot of strange similarities. You ask Meeps to actually like further describe them verbally, and she describes them, and you get the same kind of really weird alien vibes from these as you did from that first creature you saw.
Honestly, if Jelly had drawn the lips in her doodle, I think we would have made the connection pretty well.
No, you needed the description of the lips. The lips is what like really throws this whole thing off.
I hate the lips, and I hate I can't find my edit of Optimus with lips. Maybe it's a good thing. I found it. They're back.
Oh
No.
my god.
Oh, stop it! Stop everything.
Okay, well, God, I have no idea where we go from here.
Did the giant list of items say anything about? No, it didn't.
I'm actually going to tell Gash like what exactly we're still looking for, and if he's seen anything that sounds like this. And I'm even going to mention the whole thing about the blood of a demon lord, which I know sounds scary.
He does get pretty scared when you describe what you need. But he points further down the tunnel, the direction you're going, and says, "You know, go journey deep into the caverns, and I haven't seen him come out."
Have you ever seen any of these weird devil mushrooms?
Near the footsteps of Yinagu and his top creatures. I wouldn't
Have you ever
be
seen anything
surprised
like
if
this?
we continue, we would come across them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, does he recognize what's on the doodle at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna show him the weird drawings and be like, "Have you ever seen anything like this?"
Only just now.
Ah.
Well,
It's,
let's try moving forward still,
Okay.
and we'll continue to protect this poor boy.
You continue traveling with Gash's help. And you travel along for the rest of the day and come to sleep once more
We
for another day of traveling. You travel again the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. It takes let's see here. Oh no, hold on. Nope. Wrong part, sorry. So you rested, and then you started your trek again the next day. So go ahead and give me perception.
Survival
and
perception.
survival.
Oh wait, before we rest, I want to ask Slapper to do something for me.
That's fine.
Wow.
You said you have greater invisibility, right?
I do.
Would you like to put that in my ring of spell storing?
Done.
Yes!
It is a level 4 spell.
Cool.
So technically, you could have another level 1 spell with it, right?
Yep.
Alright, now I have to do my
So he's not gonna see anything coming, but he sure as hell ain't gonna get lost.
Also, I imagine that I witness this happening, and I'm like, I have spells. I
have-
can cool spells.
What kind of level 1 spells you got?
Really cool ones like Ice Knife,
What else you got?
Fairy Fire, Healing Word, and Entangle.
God damn it.
Fairy Fire could...
It is concentration though, out of character, but it's like
As is greater invisibility.
yeah, but it's like it could still be really useful, even I guess out of combat technically.
Mm-hmm.
No, unless they notice it. But yeah.
You gotta roll your abilities, y'all.
Oh,
Yeah, perception and survival.
Hold on, I'm working on it. I got distracted.
Oh, okay, hang on.
I
Abilities?
thought that was mine. That because I rolled at the second it. Oh,
2 natural 20s on
Wait,
survival.
are they they
Damn.
advantage or no?
Yes, with advantage. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Oh,
I just wanted to
shit.
double check. 10.
because Gash is helping a lot.
I have to see if I get any better. Hold on. Nope. On the perception. Nope. On the survival. Rolled the exact same thing. So those are my scores as they are.
I rolled lower.
Wait, I rolled. Did I roll? Hold on. Oh, okay. No.
Suki's sending me pictures of stuff that's just totally fucking empty.
and what?
Oh, at work.
Hmm.
Oh. I thought that was like a different way of saying like it's super cursed.
Oh no, the store that she's working at is closing and she's having to transfer to a different one.
Okay.
Oh.
So.
Oh, at least she gets
sending
transfer,
me-
not completely.
Oh
fired.
yeah, it was a little dicey for a bit. They weren't
Oh,
giving her
thank God.
information, but the shelves are all empty. She sent me a picture of the empty sandwich case and stuff.
Crappy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Those are good rolls today.
We're trying very hard not to die.
You continue on your path, and you take winding routes.
We are
and,
blessed by puppy.
You are blessed by Puppy. The puppy makes sure you don't go backwards. But otherwise, he's not very attentive. He seems to be very confused about things. Kind of thinking about things pretty hard today.
He's gonna re-examine his whole life.
And it's about halfway through your day, about 12 miles from this strange encounter with these weird creatures.
Whoa, what was that?
What
Yeah, I
the
heard that.
fuck?
Did anyone else hear that?
Yes, I heard.
Yeah.
It sounds like something from fucking Faith.
Was that me?
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I coughed and then people freaked out. I'm like,
It,
did my mic fuck up?
must have
Your
been
mic-
you.
your mic
Sounded like
fucked
a
up.
robot.
Your mic
I am
s-
Sinister.
sounded like
I-
something from an Atari.
Yeah, it was like creepy. I was like, oh god, we're being attacked by those things.
I was like, it wasn't that loud. I
No,
think.
your microphone fucked up, and it sounded like something from an Atari.
Aw.
Run,
That's-
run.
that's weird 'cause-
hunger.
It's weird because my mic or internet has been doing weird stuff lately. I know this on Discord.
Oh, weird.
So we're moving
Sorry.
along.
Excuse me.
We're hopping and
you-
we're skipping.
Start hearing sounds of howling in the distance. Off and on over the course of most of the last few hours, actually. It seems to get closer, only to fade away sometimes, echoing very strangely through the surrounding tunnels. But eventually you enter a small tunnel leading upwards, and as you move forward through this tunnel, you can clearly hear the sounds of fighting coming from ahead. You hear bestial howls and yips, deeper roaring.
Does puppy respond?
You see Gash is actually like cowering a little, but his ears are trained ahead, and he looks pretty worried.
What are you hearing, or what do you?
That's null speak. Those are battle cries.
Okay, and Room is gonna say that to the party that there's gnolls up ahead.
Well,
I'll ask Gash if he can hear what the other roaring.
I don't know what that is.
So
Well,
it's not
It's
minotaurs.
not a minotaur.
Okay. And
We should-
Ruben will say that to the rest of the party as well.
let's move up, but very carefully.
Yes.
You kind of creep forward a little more carefully. And as you move forward, the sounds of furious battle grow louder. The tunnel ends at a 20 feet at a ledge, 20 feet above the floor of a large cavern, giving you a very perfect view of the conflict below. Very much like Scar looking over the hyenas kind of thing. On the shores of an underground lake, there is a pack of gnolls and hyenas surrounding a demon that stands nearly 20 feet tall. It has massive arms, clawed hands, cloven hooves, and the head of a bull. You easily recognize it, Reuben, as a Garistro from the descriptions in the book that you read from Vizarin Devere. The rest of you also recognize the description from Vizarin himself of what you were looking for.
That's what we're looking for.
Leading the gnolls is a figure of fearful countenance. 12 feet tall, with a head of a snarling hyena with glowing, almost giving off trails of light, amber eyes. It wields a massive, bigger than Mark's, triple-ended flail, whose whirling heads are smashing into the larger creature, the Garistro. As this gnoll does this, the other gnolls howl as he keeps striking again and again. And even though they're speaking another language, you can hear the name Yinaku, Yinaku. Gash is cowering in fear, not looking over the edge, and kind of like has his arms over his head. The larger Garistro demon kind of roars and then slashes out with its bull horns and flailing with its claws, but to no avail, as the creature, the demon lord Yinagu, easily evades and shrugs off attacks, just taking it to the chest and just kind of laughing in hyena. Even as gnoll archers that surround this whole scene are peppering this demon with arrows. And then the gnolls all suddenly, with a single bark from Yinagu, all the gnolls swarm this creature as it begins to falter and bring it crashing to the ground. In less than a minute, this whole thing this whole scene played out. The demon lord Yinagu kind of pulls back the Garistro's head by the horns, slams its mouth down on the throat of this creature, and just rips the entire throat off of this demon. And blood just like spilling from his mouth, he throws back his head, and this howl of delight and glee and just pure hatred and destruction just like echoes through this chamber, shaking the stones and pebbles around you. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
Several hyenas are nipping at Yunigo's heels as they leap onto the Garistro's corpse and start eating it, and just start tearing bits and pieces of its flesh.
Weird.
As you watch, these hyenas are transforming into gnolls before your eyes.
Okay, 13.
Go and put that in chat. Yes, Susie.
Sorry.
Would my robe give me advantage
This is
on
not
this
magical.
save? Okay, just making sure.
Yep, this is not magical.
Not that I had a bad roll, but
Every time I roll well, I cry a little bit about Armand.
Oh no.
I'm just saying. I could use these rolls somewhere else. It's nice they're here, but
At least her daughter is okay.
Yeah. Buxby, don't make me sad.
Ruben starts babbling incoherently.
what?
As the scene is too much for him to bear, as seeing a literal demon lord feasting on a corpse and fighting. He just kind of like collapses, puts his hands to his head, and just starts babbling incoherently.
Is he doing it loudly, or is he?
He's just like just like babbling. He's babbling. He's not screaming. He's just kind of like collapsed on the ground, just kind of like shaking, and just like incoherently, murmuring and babbling to himself.
I did want to ask something.
Yeah.
During this whole scuffle, did the demon lord take like any hits?
Oh, it took hits. It stood there and laughed as it took hits.
So are they all still down there?
The hyenas that have been now transformed before your eyes into gnolls, and Yinagu are still standing around the corpse. Yes, there is activity. They have not seen you, but they are currently milling about the corpse.
We need to get down there. We need to get that heart. Maybe some of his blood, if it's spilled on the ground.
Only Ruben is affected, by the way?
Yeah, Ruben is on... You guys all realized what horrific thing you just saw, but Ruben just... It cracked Ruben, and he's just kind of like dealing with it at the moment.
He's not
what
hurt.
happened to Gash?
Gash is still
cowering.
Gash covered his ears and hunched down on the ground and basically hit himself.
Okay.
He's still cowering and just kind of sitting there.
Is Fluke affected by it?
You can tell Fluke is doing his best to not listen or look.
Okay.
Fluke is shivering, is very scared.
I'm gonna pull my old cloak out of my bag and kind of put it over Ruben. Like a blanket.
Okay.
Like just toss it over him so you can't see him anymore. Out of sight, out of mind.
Ruben, you kind
We
of
don't
like
need to deal with Ruben.
They kind of like so he doesn't have to like look at.
I want to know if Ruben's
I know.
okay. If we can actually help Ruben.
as you kind of like are kind of taking in the fact of what you just saw, and you're like taking your cloak off very quietly and putting it on Ruben, you see Unigul howl once more, and almost all of the gnolls get up and start yipping and barking as Unigul kind of like straightens up and just starts striding away very quickly from this scene, as almost all of the gnolls that were with him, probably like 3 or 4 dozen, all just like leave with him.
Good.
You see there is about 8 gnolls and a much bigger gnoll, so 9 gnolls total, still like near the Garistro corpse, just like feasting idly on it.
Let's give it a couple of minutes.
Wait for him to be far enough away.
Yeah, we don't want him coming back.
No.
I say we wait about 10 minutes, and then we get to work.
Let's keep an eye on them though. Make sure they don't eat the heart. We need that.
Yeah, if they... Let's just give it like 3 minutes. That thing looks like it moves pretty fast.
I don't think it matters how long we give it, so long as they don't the heart.
Yeah, true. But we also need to make sure that we can get some of that demon lord blood that has splattered about before it gets to...
Did he bleed? Or did
That's
he
what I was asking Beard for.
Yeah, he straight up took hits. You could see him taking hits, like both from the horns and the claws of this creature. And he was bleeding, but he literally laughed as he took the hits.
Okay.
As if he didn't care.
All right. I'm going to say, like, after, 2 minutes, Savra is just going to stand up and be like...
The group of gnolls still is very slowly feasting on the corpse. But as the minutes go by, they kind of stop and idly stand around. Well, most of them are still eating. Half of them are still eating. Half of them are standing around now.
How many of them are grouped together that are not around the Garistro?
They are all right on top of the Garistro, either literally on top of the flesh, or like standing within a foot or two of the corpse, all like within each other, yipping and barking at each other.
How many were there in total?
9 total.
9.
8 normal-looking gnolls, and then one that looks a little bit bigger than the rest.
I'm going to gently put a hand on, Oh wait, he can't understand me. Does he still have tongues?
It's been way too long.
The only person who can talk to him without tongues is out of commission.
Ruben. Yeah, I'll...
At this point, though, Ruben kind of like slowly gets his senses back. It's been long enough.
Oh, okay. I was gonna tell
It's been a few minutes. Ruben, your senses kind of restore as you kind of like blink your eyes heavily and shake your head. You kind of have a pounding headache, but you can tell what happened.
Oh, okay.
Where's the biggest one? Actually, you know what? Yeah, where's the biggest one?
The biggest one is, you guys are probably about 80 feet away, maybe 100 feet away. And you're kind of 20 feet up on this ledge. Excuse me. Hold on, let me...
Is there a map?
No, there's
just for the positioning. Like, I know it doesn't really matter, but
there is a let me...
visuals are delicious for enemy placement. I suppose.
Oopsie. Draw shape. So if
Also,
the
Susie,
corpse is like right like this, let's say the corpse is there. There is like the bigger guy and like gnolls like literally all over this place. There's just gnolls everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
This is the big guy.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna look to my my friends and be like, "Are we ready?"
Ruben, you got your senses back enough to take on some gnolls?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
I really want to do a thing, but I need to whisper Beard. So.
Well, I think it might be a good idea if, player.
I
was thinking of like, I don't want to do anything preemptively without like consulting you guys, but would it be best to like have Marks kind of try to like kite these guys away from the corpse?
Possibly, but the thing... So, I'm just gonna tell you what Savra's gonna do to initiate this.
Gotcha.
She's gonna launch Chain Lightning at the biggest one and just hope it can hit 3 more after that, and then it's just... And then it's just like... I think once we hit them, they're gonna like start coming to us.
True enough.
And we have the high ground.
Before this breaks out, I'll tell Gash to stay behind until it's safe.
He just kind of whimpers as he stays underneath his own arms.
I'm going to take my old cloak from Reuben, and then I'm going to drape it over Gash and give him a gentle pat on the back.
I whispered you, Beard. Because I haven't used this. And I should. Because I can.
I haven't used this because, but I will because I like that.
I just want to make sure they're near each other, but I assume they are because of the thing. Or whatever.
Yeah, they're the drawing right there that I did, like right here. That's their positioning.
Where?
The one with the squiggle in it is the big guy.
Like right here. It's off to the
okay.
left.
Yeah, so they
Okay.
are essentially right where each of the squares are. You guys are not 80 feet away. I misspoke. You're more like 60 feet.
Okay.
I think it would be best if we could pull them to come to us. That way we don't risk damaging the corpse.
That's exactly why I'm like, because the chain lightning isn't like fireball. That's why I was like, how close are they together, and like how many are away from the corpse? Because I was totally gonna light them up.
Yeah, I got Scorching Ray now, and I can blast that at the big guy.
And you guys are like in this direction.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I guess if we're ready, Savras is gonna stand up and
Mark's is gonna
Wait,
ready some.
Buxby
Throw.
was thinking about
Yeah,
doing something.
she whispered me, and I saw.
To add that to as I guess as they move towards us, because I assume they will at least turn around when that happens. Because I also don't want to hurt the corpse, because
yeah, because we need that heart intact.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Buxby, I can't seem to find a usable icon for that.
that's okay. I've
Oh,
been
here we
wanting
go.
to use it
I got
since
one.
I could, Beard, but I never had the right opportunity.
Yep.
This is a nice little cluster.
I have one. I have one. It's not. There we go. I'll do that for now. Oh, that's why. Okay.
Chain lightning. Psst, psst, psst. Barbecue.
Stab.
Barbecue, no,
Okay.
but not Gash.
So
He's nice.
what is going first? What is happening first?
Savra's launching chain lightning at the biggest one and hitting the closest 3 targets to it.
1, 2, and 3. And then Buxby, you're running in all the way.
Yeah, because I assume that her lightning will at least kind of aggro them.
Mm-hmm. Your movement speed is.
It's 50, but that's why I added running as Ciara first, just in case it's not enough. But you said 60, so the first 10 I can probably run.
Well, you guys are about 60 feet away. So to get there in one go, you would have to feline agility.
That's fine.
And we're also 20 feet up.
That's fine. I have a climbing.
Well,
Speed of-
jumping is a different thing.
Okay.
So, when are you gonna do it? Are you gonna Are you gonna do it when you get to them or before you go?
Since because of the distance, I probably have to do can I do it while I'm running, just to make
Yes.
it epic? Because I'm running in. That is probably not right to the group.
All right. So, you guys all prepare for battle and kind of get your weapons ready. And as Savra kind of creeps forward, you see Ziara kind of creep forward as well. So Ziara, Savra, go ahead and give me your 4. We'll do 1,
Yeah, however you want to mark
2, 3, and 4.
Cool.
So go ahead and roll their things.
Okay, taking out my level 6 spell slot. Number 1. Number 2.
One is dexterity, right? Yep,
Yeah.
21. Dexterity 21. A natural 7 for the Pack Lord. Natural 15 for number 2. Natural 15 for number 3. And a natural 10 for number 4. They all fail.
A.
Nice.
The Pack Lord fries pretty handily. You see him spasm quite a bit. The 3 other gnolls all almost burst. You can actually see their eyes just explode in their heads
Jesus
as
Christ!
the lightning surges through their bodies. The rest of them all like pick up their heads and like turn towards you in surprise. As Ziara, at the moment you slam off your lightning bolt or your chain lightning, she actually leaps into the air. Do they have a flying speed, Buxby?
No. Doesn't look like it.
Fire.
No. Just a normal ground speed.
I think it's only air elementals that have a fly speed.
Still
Yeah.
float. Maybe float down.
Speed 50. Okay. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check, please, Yara.
Oh. That cannot go well.
You're
Maybe.
jumping from 20 feet up.
Okay, that's good.
You take, instead of 66 damage, you take 2d6 bludgeoning damage from the fall, since you were able to handily jump and land properly.
Do I need to roll that?
So you take
Are you...
8 bludgeoning damage from the jump.
Oof.
I'm not a good cat.
I mean, hey, it could have been 6d6 instead of 2d6.
When you first said it, I thought you said instead of 66 damage. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh no, 6d6, not 60.
That would leave me with 5 HP.
She'd just be like, that was a bad idea!
She leaps off of the ledge, lands on the ground as soon as Savra casts her spell and the lightning is going through the air, Ziara just jumps off the cliff, lands on the ground, and starts running. And as the lightning arcs and kills the other 3, you actually see Ziara's form completely morph. You see fire erupt from her body, and her fur catches fire and starts leaving fire trails as her entire physical form melts into actual moving fire.
So I just want to say that
Bitchin'.
when she just jumps down by herself, the only thing Sabra can think to do is what are you doing?
That's what I mentioned earlier too, because I'm always at range, so running in is probably wait, what?
And then as she turns into fire, I'm like,
you have enough movement to actually get up on them, to their.
Good, as long as I don't hurt the corpse, because I don't know if I do that being so
No, you
fiery,
don't.
because anything that touches me gets hurt.
if its fur gets a little bit burned, that's okay. long as
Buxby,
its
you
heart
have
is
your
in one
full
piece.
range of attacks. So you have you have your multi-attack available. So you got 2 touch attacks.
I do that.
So it is a D20 plus 7. 3.
Plus 6?
3 attacks because of your necklace. Or because of your sling. It's 3 attacks. No, that's
Wait.
something else. I apologize. Ignore me. It is D20 plus 7 times 2.
Okay, do I roll it twice, or do I...
You roll
Wait.
D20 plus 7 twice.
Alright.
This is your attack roll. You passed through 2 gnolls on your way.
Oh, they get hurt. Anything that
So that
touches
means it
me.
takes roll a d10 times 2.
Oh god.
All right. The damage you do is because of your sling. Please roll 3d6 plus 3.
Causes one to burst into flames.
Once more.
What?
The pack leader. As you pass through him, you hear him screaming as his body collapses and rolls away as he dies. And the two that you swipe at 2 different gnolls, and one that you passed through, and then another one, they both start screaming as their flesh burns and melts from their body as they fall over dead.
Go, 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 go!
So there are now. Whoops!
Oh, Ziara died.
Well, now there are 4 gnolls left.
Oh.
There are 4 gnolls left.
Were any on?
That was
none of them are on fire.
That was technically surprise. You killed all the ones that are on fire.
Yeah.
That was technically surprise round. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Boxy.
Oh.
Okay, so that's 15 plus X.
It's okay. I since it's, oh my god, I shouldn't waste a point on initiative. But
We
it's
are.
getting
We
kinda
are.
late, and I have.
This is going to be the end of it because it's almost noon. So
Can I
if
roll
you
again?
want to do your inspiration on your initiative, you can.
That's better.
That's good enough.
There you go.
Yeah. That's damn good. Excuse me.
That's,
Initiative?
she rolled.
Oh,
it.
you
It's
put it in the
29.
chat. Oh, okay. Sorry. Add turn. Add turn 29. I'm not gonna bother with music. This is gonna be done really quickly.
Just do like a barbecue themed something song.
Here's the magical how long will this last roll.
I hope they're dumb enough to touch me. That is like not something I expected to say for Ciara, but I hope they touch me.
Well, they
Hey,
rolled
Beard,
a 4 for their. Oh wait, no, they have a +2 to their initiative. They rolled a 6. Meeps, it's your turn.
Sorry. Hold on. I went to get a snack, not realizing how late it was. Okay. How far away are they?
The distance on the map.
60?
60.
The closest one to you is 50.
Which means I can't reach it. But I can run up there and pew pew.
If you're gonna jump down off of the ledge, you need to give me an acrobatics check. You're 20 feet up.
This shouldn't be a problem.
She
I
says
did it.
And rolls a 1. Shh. No.
28.
You take 2d6 bludgeoning damage from the fall. You take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Meeps goes ow, and then just keeps going.
Stub your toe a little bit. That takes to go to there. That takes 5 feet of your movement.
Okay. So. Go to here.
Mhm.
Or is it here? Whatever.
That's fine.
And I'm going to shoot at this little one. Crossbows.
All right.
Fuck. Luck point. Oh wait, I got another cool thing I can do now. I would like to use Versatile Trickster,
What's that?
which is a bonus action. Oh, it's within 5 feet. Never mind.
Oh.
What a chill fight.
No. Hot fight.
Ha. Ha ha ha.
21 to hit.
Hits.
Is this a sneak attack?
Yes, it's within melee.
That's gonna be 8.
Because Meeps is so far away, yeah, that counts as melee. I just imagine spaghetti arms.
Here. I think it's more the Knoll's reach than hers.
I know, but like, it just, I just like it. Let me imagine you with spaghetti arms, okay?
I'm gonna be real though. I really want to see like Ziara turning into this thing. Because that sounded really fucking badass.
Yes.
It's within 5 feet of the hand created by the spell.
Oh.
So its
Yeah, but I
mage hand is its range is 30 feet.
Oh. Well, that's okay. I still hit it.
Yeah,
But-
good to know though, because you can give yourself advantage with a bonus action.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, I'm still rolling my damage.
Okay.
Well, I'm still adding up my damage, rather. There you go.
You pew it and it dies. You run up there and you fire your 2 crossbows and just like shink right into the back of its skull, and it just falls over from the whole body gets pushed forward from the force of the bolts.
Damn.
Mistress Flame.
I multi-attack again.
Are you gonna move at all?
Oh, I can move through them, right?
Yeah.
Please.
Bump into them? I
Please
do that. I just
body.
spin.
Just
Oh,
body
no.
them, just 30, 40, 50, and just end your turn inside a dude.
Yeah.
Roll.
Feel me inside
As
you.
Ciara, though,
Oh
I do
my
like this
goodness.
pirouette. It's not even, it doesn't match the elemental's body and look, but I do like a little pirouette as I
Roll a d10 3 times.
Plus anything? 3? Wait.
No, this is the
Just
walk.
D10.
This 1d10 times 3. So 1d10
Oh,
and
there.
roll 3
Oh,
times.
okay, I missed it. All right.
Yeah, this is the walking through them thing.
Yeah. Oh.
Susie, to to respond to your question, I was gonna say it's like, well, at least take me to Golden Corral before we do any of that.
All right. You have 2 multi attacks at d20 plus 7 to do.
What was it? D20 plus 7, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
The
one
other
more.
one. All right,
Nice.
and then it is for damage. It's gonna be a 3d6 plus 3.
Hello?
Again.
Oh, okay, there it is.
And one more.
Oh, my. profile. Oh, here.
2 more cook and scream as they their fur is ignited and they fall to the ground. These are normal ass gnolls that literally just got transformed.
I thought they were stronger.
No, you are turning this 5 or 6 round fight into a 2 round fight because of this. So
Yeah,
there were
no complaints here.
There were enough of them that it would have taken you a while just because they were numbers. But Ruben, your turn.
The one that's wait, no, it's gonna die anyway.
I'll just use my bonus action to dash, run up, and attack it.
Acrobatics check for jumping off the cliff. You take 2d6. You take 8 bludgeoning damage. And that's going to be a hit. You would have advantage on this.
Because this guy is outnumbered.
This guy is like
And on fire.
getting
I
fucked,
assume.
and also he's a fresh gnoll. He was a hyena about 5 minutes ago. So, Ruben runs up after somersaulting on the ground from the ledge leap, and just runs forward and just stabs the rapier straight out right through the guy's throat, and the guy's eyes go wide as he looks down at the blade on both sides of his neck, and then the eyes cross and roll back, and he just slumps.
So before we're done for the day, I just want to do 2 real quick things. Actually, only just one, because I don't have time to daddle. The only thing Savra does is like teleports down and empties her water skin and tries to get some of the Yinogu's blood splatter in it.
We can do. I will keep that in mind. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We can actually do that next week. So
I'm just saying, like, I'm just putting it out there right now. Like, that's what she was gonna do in combat, also. Like,
yeah, don't
it's like
worry.
everyone's
Don't
got
worry.
this under
We'll
control.
there will be there will be the whole description of all that in a minute. So that's it for this week. As I've stated last week, I actually have work today. Very rare opportunity. But that's gonna be it for today. Really
I got
quick.
to use the thing. To use.
What?
I got to use the ability I've wanted to use.
Oh,
for a
fire
while.
elemental. Yeah.
I kept forgetting.
Yeah, well, let me tell you.
Overwhelming.
The fucking description Beard made for it was awesome.
Yeah.
What was everyone's favorite little thing today?
Ruben got a dog.
Honestly, the fact that this Gash character is our buddy.
Yeah, I like Ash.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to show something before Beard and such leave. Not done, but.
Were you drawing Gash?
I was drawing something.
I was
Also, holy shit, Greaseros are terrifying looking.
Yeah. They're also a huge creature. Not even large, they're huge. They're a 3x3.
Oh shit.
They're fucking massive.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that they took care of him for us.
What are you linking, Buxby? Also, everyone else's favorite instance was the puppy as well, the dog. Doggo. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end
Saturday
that.
draw. Saturday draws.
I was going to end the stream.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, thanks for coming, guys. We'll see you next week for a full game session. Just today I have work. So, thank you for coming. Y'all have a good day.
Bye.